I have no... I want you all to know right now, I have no problem with anybody posting clips from this stuff. I do not care. I don't take real ownership over anything. Just don't, like, just at least tell them that, like, hey, this is Casual Cooper or something. The next character we're going to talk about is Bastion Misawa, a raw yellow elite duelist. That's right. Bastion is one of the highest scoring students at Duel Academy. He aces practical and written exams. He could be in any dorm he wants, but the creative minds in the raw yellow dorm makes him want to stay there. That is right, everybody. Bastion Misawa is an elite level duelist, which means he could choose to be an Obelisk Blue student, but he believes the Obelisk Blue students are a little too simple-minded and only want to run the best decks at the time period. They're not being creative, they're all just copy-paste. Raw Yellow students seem to be more creative, and he decides to stay in the Raw Yellow dorm to, absorb that creativity into making his own decks, as he does have multiple decks. Today's deck, on the other hand, is a deck that has multiple boss monsters with multiple ideas. The Water Dragon is probably the boss monster you need to know about, but he does run a super strong ritual monster, along with really high-powered dragons. He's an interesting duelist, but we'll see how he performs today. The next fight will be Bastion Misawa, the strongest Raw Yellow student, who could be an Obelisk Blue if he wanted to be. Bastion Misawa versus Missy. In fact, Bastion's rank is higher than Missy's, so this should be a good duel. There you are. Beautiful. Pop. Yep, there we go. I was like, pop up, please. Alright, so, looking at each other, both hands. Grace of Charity with that Ladybug is not bad, actually. Yeah. Oh, they agree, but they threw away Pinch Hopper for no reason. That was a bad play, in my opinion. The Force Field spell might give her advantage, and she played every single spell and trap. She showed her whole entire hand already. We'll see what the opponent does. Oxy, get on. MST can get rid of something. We're going to hit Call the Haunted. On... Not Pinch Hopper, you idiot. You should have picked Ladybug. Alright, Pinch Hopper normally makes sense because if you have a monster in your hand, you're about to pull off a play. But you don't. You go for the Ladybug because of this reason. Oh, even you're smart enough to go for the Ladybug? Obviously, it's not a smart play. You don't want to pick the Ladybug right now. That was a bad choice. And the Anti-Aircraft Flower has too much defense. That's a really good card when it comes to defense. So we're going to go ahead and draw. That's a very good draw from Missy. She can use it. I don't think we need to do this again, please. You literally don't have enough attack points, so there's no... Oh, you run Shrink! And Shrink gets rid of the Oxy Get-On, and you stole the wrong monster because now she's going to heal off of that. And Anti-Aircraft is in attack mode for no reason. 200 attack is not worth it. But AI is AI. And Anti-Aircraft is going to actually throw away a useful monster. Oh, I guess it wasn't as useful. Yeah, that's fair. You're going to lose it either way because any of his monsters will kill you. Oh. Oh, you better be careful. I mean, oh, you better be careful. There is a face-up. Oh, no! There's a face-up trap right now! His boss monster is here! This is the ultimate ritual. Say hello to the Litmus Doom Swordsman. And with this card, because of a face-up trap card, it has 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. It can only be destroyed by spell cards. Or monster effects, I believe. No traps and not by battle. Of course, if it attacks Howling Insect, it might be a mistake, or not mistake. Call the Haunted was used already. Yeah, it'll always be there, so he's taking full advantage. The fact that it will always be there means that he'll always have the power he needs. Well, I guess she could win if she drew, like, Magic Cylinder, right? That's how she'd win. Mathematician, Carbonet on, great play. At least the AI knows how to do that. Alright, Flying Kamakiri is dead. Flying Kamakiri gets Flying Kamakiri. Flying Kamakiri gets... let me guess. Flying Kamakiri. Yep, makes sense. Alright, Missy, if you don't top deck the right card, he's going to summon another boss. And it is the Gyanza Ryu. Alright, I know I didn't pronounce that right, but I do not care. Attack. Oh, she got it. Yeah, you might as well. Oh, wait! What? You might as well do as much damage as you can is what I meant. You're going to lose anyway. Come on. Alright, alright. Well, you got lucky to attack with the Brad monsters. 3,000. He didn't put Hyun Ryu in attack mode, which he could have done. Oh, he just did, yeah. So, misplay by him. And MST. What the hell? That is not Magic Cylinder. If they drew Magic Cylinder, that would have been hype as shit. But instead, we're going to end this duel with the boss monster, the Swordsman. And there it goes. Raw Yellow student Bastion Misawa has won. Oh boy, Missy. Oh boy. You're really roughing it up here. Alright, well, we're going to get another mathematician just for fun. And Oxygeddon this time. That's fine if you could call the Haunted. And there we go. We're going to destroy the monster. Fatal Abacus is doing a great job. Flying Kamakiri is trying to stall it out. And there goes the Flying Kamakiri number 2. Fatal Abacus is doing a great job. And there goes the Flying Kamakiri again. And are you out of wind monsters? You are officially out of wind monsters. There it is. She used all her Kamakiri cards. That is a top deck of the gods. That is legit a top deck of the gods. Dark Hole resets the map. And she still has enough life points to come back because, yep, he just took 3,000 burn. She took 1,000. He took 3,000. Holy crap. But he still has Kabuzals. I don't know if she, well, actually with the field spell, she may have some insects that can hold that back. All right, let's see. Draw a card. That, yes, yes. This whole duel is, well, actually, if he just goes for the crash. If he just crashes on you. Oh, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're already winning. Don't be a dick. Okay, good. Here comes the game-winning attack. Call the Haunted will activate. Call the Haunted gets Flying Kamakiri, the only card that can match it. And they're willing to crash because the AI is not completely stupid. They'll take 1,000 burn on both sides, but guess who doesn't have any life points left? It's Missy, everybody, and that means Bastion is the winner. Bastion will be going on in the tournament, showing why he is the Raw Yellow Master. All right. Bastion Misawa, you have a fun deck, I have to say. Your deck is pretty interesting. Missy, if her AI played a little bit better, her deck could be a little bit good, but who the hell knows? The next duel is Raw Yellow versus Obelisk Blue. It's Bastion Misawa versus Reginald Von Howard. Both these characters, I would say, are tournament champion possibilities. They could both win this tournament, in my opinion. Bastion Misawa is a damn good duelist. What's his name again? Reginald Von Howard is a damn good duelist as well. All right, Bastion and this guy are ready to go. I just need their faces. Reginald's in the R's, so I need a lot of time to scroll to the R's. All right, let's watch these two in action. We got Mathematician, which is a great start to hit Carbonetton. Carbonetton can get Hyunza Ryu on the field in face-up defense mode. Beautiful start. Absolutely powerful start there. Great job. All right. Dark Hole is sad. That's sad that you lost your monster. But you'll have a chance to get it back, so don't worry. Koji Kosi without an equip spell is not something I expected to see. I thought Reginald will always get an equip spell with the kind of deck I built for him. Oh, yeah, do it. Hydrogeddon. Now we just need Oxy and a bonding H2O. Beautiful play. Bastion Misawa showing you guys why he is the strongest Raw Yellow student. And Reginald's an elite Obelisk Blue. They have the same rank as elite. They both are elites in the school. All right, Hydrogeddon is here again. And, oh, Warrior Lady. Okay, he's already got 3 monsters, so it's not going to be a problem. You could just do this for 3 monsters, and then you can summon Koji Kosi or something. Yep. And then you can get Koji Kosi, and then you just need 1 equip spell, and everything's good. There we go. 1 equip spell is all you need. MST hits Call the Haunted, which is good because you don't want to face up trap card possibility. Not against this character. No, he's not drawing any. He has like, I would say a fourth of his deck is equip spells. Where are they? He only needs 1. Hyunza Ryu is here. Now he needs more than 1, but still, my point stands. All right, Ben K, goodbye. All right, we have ourselves a set. I don't know if you even need to set that card. Now if you get Oxygeddon, it's for nothing. Koji Kosi has returned. He has not drawn a single card. Even to this day, he can't draw one. It's starting to make me mad. Where is it? All right, Fatal Abacus is here. Are we going to use Carbonetton? Okay, I guess we can't. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Damage is too good. Hyunza Ryu, get in there. And game number 1 goes to Bastion Misawa, the strongest Raw Yellow duelist. Keeping it raw. I should not. That's no. We're not going to do that one. That one doesn't work. That sounds horrible. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Based on the deck, since you've seen everybody's deck now, who do you think will win? Obelisk Blue student, Raw Yellow student, Slifer Red student, or Professor? Which one's gonna win? Which one can you guys predict? Rasputin. Yeah, I like that one too. Kabuzawa's reinforcements. You think a professor's going to win? Fair enough. Professor's probably a safe bet. Oh, marauding captain play. I like this. Koji Kosi. There's your equip spells. Oh, that weakens the opponent. He's a water type. That's actually hilarious. That Koji Kosi's at 3,700 attack. MST can get rid of the lightning blade, which means they're back, but 29 is still way too much. This is what we were looking for in Reginald in the last duel. He just got unlucky last duel. Little bit unlucky last duel. Interesting. Do we Dark Hole or do we Magic Cylinder first? Malevolent Rider, thank you so much for 9 months of being a sub, bud. I appreciate that. I really do. Premature Burial. Beautiful. Koji Kosi. 1 equip spell is all you need. Ben K. Sure, why not? 2,000 damage is very nice. Bastion Misawa seems to have drawn himself a brick hand, unless he draws Manju. Manju would be a hell of a top deck right now. But we'll see what he gets. I need to stop. I need to stop. I've seen you use it correctly. I've seen them use Manju to search for monsters before. I've seen them do it before. I'm not crazy. Is it because he knows his monster would have 0 attack, but it's still worth it. It's invincible. It's an invincible monster. You just put it in defense mode and you're fine. A happy late birthday. A happy late birthday to you. I'm mad at this. Shit. Well, Bastion loses game 2. Bastion loses game number 2. He had a way to stall it out and wait for a trap card like Fatal Abacus. His AI couldn't do it. We're going into game number 3. That sucks. That sucks. Whatever. Keep it going. Bastion Misawa. Ooh, that's a much better hand. Bastion has Litmus whenever he wants, but he doesn't have a continuous trap. No. It's not exactly 8. I've seen him do it without exactly 8. I'm pretty sure. Although I could be wrong. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Oh, Curse Seal. Because I can read it right now. 8 or more. It says right here, 8 or more. Oh, you guys can't see it, but it says 8 or more. Yeah, it's a regular ritual spell. This is an advanced ritual art. He just did it in front of all your faces. Granted, this time it makes no sense because, yeah, he has to be in defense mode. Monster abort. Ah, that's why he did it. Okay, fair enough. I like it. I like your style, kid. You know how to duel. Oh, don't worry. I know all about Duo Tourion, but it's not going to be a promotional card. It's all about the era we're in. If we're too early in an era, we're not going to have the other stuff. Yeah, I remember that play, Hard Rocks. That was like the worst play I've ever seen an AI do. And he won that tournament. And he won that tournament. He lost that game, though, but he won that tournament. All right, so no continuous traps means Swordsman can't end this duel. It would have ended the duel otherwise. But it looks like Bastion is putting Reginald in his place, trying to show off that he is the best Raw Yellow student. Premature Burial comes through. Koji Kosi comes through. He needs equip spells. I don't see a single equip spell. Maybe a Mirror Force. Mathematician's fine. No. Okay. Yeah, that's game. That looks like game to me. As long as Oxygeddon can beat the face down. You ain't so good at the Yu-Gi-Oh, Reginald. You need some extra time. You need more time to cook. You're not bad. You're just not good. Bastion Misawa is good. And we're going to go ahead and move him forward. The Raw Yellow Elite. The only reason he'd choose Obelisk Blue is if it means he can be King of Games. And honestly, he's on his way. So, the next characters going is 2 Raw Yellow students. It's going to be Bastion Misawa versus Dimitri. So, in top 8, we had 4 Obelisk Blue, 3 Raw Yellow. No, 2 Raw Yellow and 2 Slifer Red. Both of these characters are officially right now the 2 strongest Raw Yellow students. But we're going to have to watch and see which one is the best Raw Yellow student. And let's see here. I hope you didn't just say you didn't balance this tournament. What are you talking about balance? Did you not watch the other 4 tournaments? Did those decks look balanced? Alright, now I'm trying to find Bastion's face. There we go. And I'm trying to find good old Dimitri. Nobody, there's no way anyone looked at Diesel Kane's deck and said, yeah, that's balanced. That's insanity to me. Magic Cylinder did its job. Let's see if they can get a continuous trap so they can use their ritual monster. They have the ritual, but no continuous trap means no value, which does kind of suck. Giant Rat goes in again. Oh, that's a shame. Mathematician, interesting at least. Monster Reborn on Rat. Yeah, set it at least. Maybe one day. We don't know. Call the Haunted. There you go. Call the Haunted. But you don't... You see, this is better when you plan on using the Swordsman. This is better when you plan on using the Swordsman, because now you might lose Call the Haunted. Oh, Beast of Tall War's here. 500 burn. Beast of Tall War hits Mathematician. You're going to wish you hit that Giant Rat. This duel's over. This duel's over. If he tributes the Giant Rat with the ritual spell, it's over. I mean, you could do that too. Okay, he's going to do that instead. That leaves a little risk to the Call of the Haunted, but we'll see. There we go. Oh, Jaden had a chance. All he had to do was get Heavy Storm and play properly with his poly. He just didn't play properly. He threw away King of the Swamps. I've seen some characters win today like Tanaka that shouldn't even be here, but because of stupid plays and stupid cards, he's here. All right, 300 life points left. Good old Dimitri's in trouble. Dimitri, come on. This is for game. Yep, that's game. Mystic Tomato can summon a monster, but it will not matter. Whatever the monster is, it's not strong enough. Blast with... Okay, it's barely strong enough, but that's because he chose not to attack with his Swordsman. Swordsman end this duel. And that is it. Game 1 goes to the #1 Raw Yellow student, Bastion Misawa. It looks like Dimitri is seeing that why he's called the #1 Raw Yellow student. Dimitri's not a bad duelist, though. It's just the fact that he's having a hard time. Ooh, Senju in your hand is nice. Just summon that, get it out of the way. Or Mathematician, either way. Yeah, both are good. Both are good. Carbonate on high. Yeah, see, look at this play. Hyunzan Ryu. Beautiful. This is why it's hard to beat Bastion. He has so many different strategies that work well together. Mystic Tomato with the Black Pendant. It's sad that you did that more than once. It is very sad that you did that more than once. Especially when you see an opponent's monster that's stronger than your Mystic Tomato on the... Oh! It's still sad that you did that. You're a loser. Oh, you didn't hit the... You should have hit the swords. That was bad. You should have hit the swords. Big misplay there. That's a big misplay. Because you don't want to give your opponent time to build up their field. Because one Beast of Talwar, and he controls the field. Speaking of the devil. 500 damage comes through. Or sorry, the Archfiend. And 300 damage goes through. Yup. It's looking like a bad time to be a fan of Bastion Misawa. He can try to send you to thin out his deck and get a card he needs, but I don't know. Alright. Fatal Abacus is kind of risky when your opponent has the field advantage. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, if you're going for the ritual monster, sure, but you shouldn't have done it now when you're actually going to burn to death. I think Bastion's having a little trouble against Dimitri in game number 2. That sword is hurting him. Senju might be a good play, though. You might want to just get it out there and get the... Okay, you disagree with me at every turn. Okay, fair enough. If you end up drawing the monster by accident, you're going to hate yourself. Witch of the Black Forest. Okay, that was a waste. And good damage there. It's also a waste of damage. Why do you attack with that monster? Oh, because he wants Geico's effect. Fair enough. Fair enough. He likes Geico's effect. He doesn't want him to be able to Monster-Born Hyunza Ryu, and then Zero can defend the field. Alright, well, we got some defense there. And main phase 1, let's see. Morphine. Oh my god, you know it's over. If they play a Morphine Jar in attack mode, you know the duel is over. Mathematician be damned. Get him out of here. Bastion loses game 2. Both characters dominated their games. Neither character bounced back and forth. I'm curious to see where game number 3 is going to go. Is Bastion not the strongest Raw Yellow student? Is that a possibility? A guy who literally has the highest rank in the school that isn't prince or king? Well, either way, let's go. It's time for game number 3, everybody. This is the big one. The winner goes to top 4 and is the only raw yellow student to go to top 4. That's a very good opening hand because he can go Manju and Fatal Abacus. That's already 2 of the things he really needs. However, stop doing that. That's the 3rd duel in a row he's done Mystic Tomato with a black pendant. Stop it. I don't like it. Alright, at least this time the tomato dies. But at the same time, if he has Beast of Talwar again, I'm calling shenanigans. Oh, it's the same thing. He just buffed it again. It's his signature play. Of course it is. Of course it's his signature. Oh my god, this duel. Fatal Abacus, this could be it. If he has it again. He has it again. That's 3 duels in a row. Same play, 3 duels in a row. I call shenanigans. I'm calling it. Alright, 3,800 damage goes through. Bastion doesn't even have another turn. He has to draw the ritual spell or ritual monster. It's his only hope. No, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Dimitri is about to take the ranking of number 1 raw yellow student. Mathematician goes through. Fatal Abacus does its damage. Mathematician gets Monster Reborn. 1,424 from the Beast of Talwar. Dimitri is the number 1 raw yellow student. Bastion has been dethroned. Where the hell did Dimitri come from? He's always had weird decks, but he's never had one this powerful before. The hell did he get it from? Bastion Misawa, a raw yellow honored student. Bastion has been stuck in his room thinking up new duel theories to explain how he lost Dimitri in the tournament. He plans to try his new theories out and restore his reputation as the number 1 raw student. Bastion has actually been losing rank because he's been staying in his room and skipping classes. He is in a little bit of trouble because he's obsessing over defeating Dimitri. He doesn't understand how Dimitri built a better deck than him, but it's okay. Bastion has brought a dark deck today, a brand new deck with a lot of new powers, so we'll see if he can do it with his new theory. The next duel is Bastion Misawa, and Bastion Misawa is using his brand new deck that he put together after going crazy by not being the number 1 raw yellow student. Once he figured out he was not the number 1 raw yellow student, he realized he really had to put his nose down and think of some new duel theories. And Mr. Kurita is living in his car now. Mr. Kurita's living in his car and is getting sued by a lot of people because he was pelting kids with dodgeballs. So let's see what happens next. Let's go ahead and start this duel, and maybe we'll get to see some cool stuff from Bastion's new deck, or the game will crash, of course. Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's crashing a lot today. That's a very bad sign. Luckily, it never crashes during the duel, and I can just set up really quick. Plus, I need the faces anyway, so it's actually not even that big of a deal. Yeah, it gives me time to get the faces going. Yet somehow I completely forgot who's dueling just because that happened. Mr. Kurita, thank you. Mr. Kurita, where are you? There you are. Get your face in here. So, Bastion Misawa, would you like to show your new deck? Ah, yes. A lot of cards will look similar to his old deck, but he has a whole new strategy going forward. So, Mr. Tomato will do its job. Fatal Abacus is a solid card he needs for his boss monster. Giant Rat is kind of interesting. Oh, nope, he's got Ego Boost. Okay. Mr. Kurita's own card, Ego Boost. Fatal Abacus will cost him a little bit, but he gets his new card. Yep, that's busted. He only has 1, but he has it. Okay. We're going to play Manju or something. And he got it. You want to play Manju or something? And he got it. Okay, damage goes through. That's 100 damage. Damn PS5 ads. Come on. Ooh, one of his new monsters. Okay, Mr. Kurita shows off his new monster. It is the Razor Lizard, and it's gone. Damn. Sucks to be you, Mr. Kurita. It sucks to be you. Call the Haunted on main phase 2 doesn't make much sense in my opinion, but you do you. You do you. Bastion Misawa. Premature Burial is going to bring back a Giant Rat. Giant Rat is not strong enough to do it, but Mr. Kurita's boss monster, the Bite Leon, is definitely strong enough. He's had this boss monster ever since the first tournament, but now he's actually going to use it in today's tournament. rather than just sit there and do nothing. That's a good new card. That is a very good new card. Alright, let's see here. We got... Oh, yeah, that card's better set, but sure, you do you. Fatal Abacus is actually costing him. That's no good. Sangan is going to cost him, but he wanted this. He wanted this. He chose this life. Bastion Misawa, he got his... Okay, he got his swordsman, but now he needs a lot more. He needs Manju or Senju or something. Giant Germ? Fatal Abacus is costing you. I don't know. Dude, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Don't do it. What are you doing? Tribute, he's got 2. It's over. It's over. End this pathetic duel. Oh, no. Cruel. Wait, Kyrill's effect. Attack the other one. Will he save himself? Heads. No, he will not. Bastion loses to Mr. Kurita. Holy crap, that's bad. Bastion loses to Baitlon. Alright, Mr. Kurita, come on. I remember you spent $100 on that card. Mr. Kurita took a W on Bastion's new deck. Ooh, Bastion got a lot better cards this time. Look at that. Look at that hand. If Bastion loses today, yeah, he might be a Slifer Red after this. Ooh, Despair Olymp is very good and is not good enough, but it is a very good card in general. So, Bastion, let's see if you can get Manju or Senju and start... Okay, Giant Germ's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll see what you plan on doing. Despair Olymp's a little stronger than what you can handle. Again, Gale Lizard is there. I will only edit their photos if I need to. I will only edit their photos if I need to. If they are going to go up or down in rank, then their photos will be edited. So we do have the Swordsman at least, so he's almost there. All he needs now is, he needed a Manju. Call of the Haunted comes through. We're going to get Mystic Tomato right back out here. Mystic Tomato's going up. Ego Boost. Ego Boost is Mr. Kurita's special card. He takes 1,000 damage for trying to attack that, and you will get a new monster, but I do not... Oh, okay. Okay. Giant Germ is going to be used, and... your odds are getting worse. You can't do that again. Oh, no! He has to throw away the Swordsman! He got 2 bad ones! Even Bastion's like, wait, logically, it should have worked. The odds were in my favor. 2/3 of a chance. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's no good. Fatal Abacus is costing him. He wasted everything. Razor Lizard uses its effect. It's costing him everything. Holy crap, Bastion Misawa, your new deck is terrible. At least you're using it terribly. That is embarrassing. Fatal, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't understand, Mr. Kurita. He's got Baitlon. This duel is over. Let it be known, Bastion has not won a duel with deck number 2. His duel theory is useless. Well, I guess it's not over yet. Hold up. Oh, it's over. It's over. Just like that. The winner is Mr. Kurita. That's an upset for me. I would definitely consider that one to be an upset. Bastion Misawa, a suspect superior duelist. Bastion hasn't left his room in a while. All he does is write on the walls and the windows, which has caused him to become a suspect. He believes his new deck will prove his innocence. That's right, everybody. Bastion is using a brand new deck, a Thunder deck. It's time for the Battery Men. This is Bastion's light deck. Bastion's light deck is full of battery cards, and he's hoping to prove to everybody that this is what he's been spending his time on, and that he isn't a complete psychopath despite the fact that he writes on his walls and windows. We'll see how that goes, though, because he has built up a lot of suspicion for doing some crazy crap. We'll see, though. In today's tournament, maybe he can find some clues out of some other characters, or when he loses, maybe he'll have to admit something. Daigo Sorano, a suspect elite duelist. Daigo has been acting way more aggressively since he lost his king ranking. He plans to get it back by exposing the killer under lockdown, but his intentions have brought him under suspicion. That's right, everybody. Daigo, after losing his king of game status, has actually been acting very aggressively. He has even assaulted some of the students at the school who beat him in friendly duels. But this is only punches or pushing them aside. He's never actually killed anybody. So even though he does have some suspicion under him, nobody truly believes that he would go this far. But who knows? The next duel is going to be... Oh, thank you again, Vidal. The next duel is going to be Bastion Misawa, an actual crazy person that's been writing on the walls and windows of his dorm room, and Daigo Sorano, a student that's been getting physical with his classmates that are able to beat him. Alright, let's do this, everyone. It's time for Daigo versus Bastion. We all want to find out more information, and the only way we're going to do that is if we watch these two duel. Alright, there we go. Alright, Daigo and Bastion. The Lightning Vortex is nice, getting rid of Mass Dragon, but no oh god, Bastion's opening hand must be garbage. I am not gonna lie. Yeah, of course he already dueled. We're done with round 1 of the tournament. Now we're in round 2 of the tournament. Alright, Dark Hole. Dark Hole gets rid of UFO Turtle, of course. Okay, Royal Decree stops Call of the Haunted. That's pretty brutal from Daigo. Always good. I'm trying to find out where they are on this paper so I know what they have to say. Okay, Reasoning is throwing away all of his stuff, and Horus level 6 is here. Horus level 6 goes in, no traps can be activated, and no spells can affect Horus, so there's that. Pretty busted combo from Daigo here, especially coming from the fact that his hand is a brick. Oh, wow, that's just rude. I wouldn't do... Oh, you're a dick. You are a dick, sir. I don't know what he just lost, but he lost something. That's a problem. Alright, that sucks. Sucks to be you, buddy. Let's see what you can do, Bastion. Try something else. Oh, God. Alright, you can, you can call it. If he's not going to draw any monsters and he can't use spells and traps, you might as well call it. Game 1 is going to go to the other guy. Now, we don't know for sure. The last top deck could be the perfect card, but it just doesn't look like a good situation for old Bastion Misawa. A duelist who's just been getting worse and worse with each new deck. Granted, this is a very hard opponent, I have to say. And we got ourselves a Battery card. And Battery Man D saves the day. If it wasn't for Battery Man D, this duel would have been over right now. But we already have Horus with 3,500 attacks, so how do you come back? Alright. Twin-headed Behemoth, Horus level 8. You got plenty of good cards here. UFO Turtle. Battery Man AAA is dead, but it has no way of using it. And game number 1 will go to Daigo Sorano, the former king. This guy was a king of games at one point. Alright, Bastion, you're going to have to try a lot harder in game number 2. Maybe guess level 6 the next time he tries to use that Reasoning card on you. The only way he comes back is with monsters. That's the only way. Going into game number 2, let's see. Pot of Greed, that's a busted hand. That's a very busted hand. You're going to have some trouble, I guarantee it. Alright, we got Brain Control. Interestingly enough, this is a monster you actually can use that on, but you're not even using it for tribute, so it kind of was a waste in my opinion. The AI does not know how to save any... Oh, you know what? Swords is fine. It doesn't work on, particular monsters, but it's fine. And it looks like we're good. Mass Dragon comes through, just attacking, I'm assuming. No, not okay. We're not going to try and use Horus at all or anything. Graceful Charity, go ahead and grab some stuff, throw stuff away. And Battery Man is here. Battery Man needs some time. And Royal Decree will not allow the burn to go through. That would have been 1200 burn. No 1200 burn coming through from Bastion. Solar Ray has been negated. Shining Angel is probably just going to go look for a new target. There's one in particular I would choose right now. Master Dragon can do whatever it feels like. Element Dragon's very powerful, but Battery Men are working together. And because they work together, the Master Dragon will try to stall with Master Dragon. That's a good play. Alright, that was a good play to use the Master Dragon to get the Master Dragon. Twin Head is here, but you can't stop him. One more Battery Man and this duel is over. We did it. Alright, Horus level 6 will ignore the swords and stop the Battery Man combo. There will not be a triple Battery Man with 3000 attack, and we can now negate spell cards, but no traps, no spells, you have to win. How are you going to win with no traps and no spells, Bastion? Granted, sword still works for now. It will work on that Horus as well. Things are getting worse by the second for Bastion fans out there. You have to win this duel with no spells and no traps, only Battery Men. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. If that is literally all you have, you are going to lose. Alright, Shining Angel is going to go away. It's trying to stall for dear life, but it's got a lot left to give. Shining Angel's trying to stall for dear life. Battery Man AAA is stalling for dear life, but my god, the combo is too strong. Royal Decree and all this fun stuff. Horus level 6 is special summoned. Oh my god. Daigo's so good. Why can't he ever do this in the other tournaments? His deck is untouched. Daigo's deck has been untouched for like 3 tournaments now. So why the heck has he not been able to pull all this off? Who's beating him? Alright, well, there goes that card. There goes your life. And it looks like Bastion is out of here. This man can't make a deck to save his career. Alright, Daigo wins. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to our bracket after I find Bastion's face. And we'll go into Bastion. So, Bastion's got to say that everyone knows where he was. He was literally in his room, writing on the walls and windows. That's why they called him crazy. His alibi is that he was in his room making his deck. Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Era. Today we are going to be going over the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy Season 2 tournament. This tournament is going to be happening because that Duel Academy is going through budget cuts. Huge budget cuts ever since Gerard has revealed information of what has been going on Duel Academy Island. The murder mystery, using kids to defend God cards. All the bad stuff is out in the open now, and they've lost a lot of funding and a lot of investors, which means that a lot of campuses had to close down, so most of the kids are now stuck on one island. And that island is the Duel Academy Island where all the problems actually started, which is super ironic. So, we're going to see how the kids do today. None of them are ranked because there's so many new kids. So right now, every student is dueling to test out what power level they have, what rank they have in the school. And they're doing it with new bio-band technology. Bastion Misawa. Bastion Misawa has finally decided on a deck that will make him king. His deck is filled with weird strategies that he says are unstoppable. He believes his duels will He believes his duels will bring his rank high today. I think there wasn't supposed to be a will there. My bad. Erase the first will. Guys, that is crazy. Bastion Misawa has rebuilt the first deck he ever made, and it's 10 times stronger now, and I'm very excited to see how it does. You all already know how powerful the deck is just by seeing what the boss monster is, so I hope you're excited for Bastion today. He's going to be a menace. So, we're going to move Kylie forward, and the next duel is going to be Bastion Misawa, which anybody that saw the intro is probably worried about Bastion. Worried about the person that has to fight Bastion. And funny enough, I have to say, Vice Chancellor Bonaparte, weird, but he does have toy cards. But they didn't put his boss monster in the game, and they didn't put his card to summon his boss in the game. They literally put toy cards in the game except his boss stuff. It's really sad. I don't know why they did that to the Vice Chancellor. Oxygeddon will get rid of nothing. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Those goblins have to stay in defense mode for another turn, so... Unless they can protect both of their goblins for another turn, it's over. Oh, shit. Your mom lets you have 3? Alright, they got 3 goblins. 2 of them can go back into attack mode next turn. 1 of them cannot. I don't know how this keeps happening other than, you know, Master Duel cheating. But we're going to see... Oh, that's the one card! That is the one monster that can totally stop this. Holy crap. Oh, but he already used one. But he was smart about who he attacked, so that's fine. That is completely fine. Good uses there. Yeah, I Dark Hole too out of fear. Are you willing to attack with Toy Knight, though? That's my question. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, he's not allowed to attack, or not willing to attack with Toy Knight. That's where it was. I was wondering where the last Hydrogeddon was. Do you have any other beater monsters you'd like to show the class? No, but that's a good card. I could attest to that. I used to use it all the time in clown decks. Oxy, but they need to get 1 Hydro back from the grave. Yeah, 1 of their Hydros in the grave, so they can't really do it. No bonding today. Oh, look, more goblins. That'll help. You know what? I don't blame him for not attacking. Shit. No matter what, you're losing. It doesn't matter. Bastion's willing to risk it all. Giant Rat comes through. Giant Rat does its goddamn job. And that is nice. So, with that coming through, Giant Rat will hold the field. And, okay, Bonaparte does get this. Pot of Greed. That did not work in Bonaparte's favor. So, what do you got there, Sonny? You got 1400. You got no damage. Your opponent allows none of it. I guess you drew a Water Dragon card or a Bonding card because there's no other card in your deck that would brick you. TT is going to be funny if they actually get to use it like right now. We'll see if they... Oh, no, they drew a Tribute. It's Duotyrion. And with this, they can get back Duotyrion. And it's gone. It did not last. Swords probably matters. I do not know. We're literally at the end of our rope here when it comes to these duels. MST doesn't exactly matter just because you don't want to hit swords until after you get a card. We just got more sets. MST comes through. We're going to hit whatever the hell that was. I think that was actually something that would have worked. Bonding. Yep, bonding. He stopped it from happening. Monster Reborn is just going to protect your life points at this point. Oh, no, it's not. Actually, it's the opposite of protecting your life points. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. And this is for game right now. Will Bastion draw a monster with 1500 attack? No, he will not. Well, he might have. But it might also just be... Oh, he got his boss. So, boss versus boss. Because I'm pretty sure Bastion just drew a Water Dragon. What else do you got? You got a trap card. What do you got? Jesus Christ, draw something, dude. MST on... Okay. Bastion? I know you've already lost like 3 Oxygeddons, 2 Duotyrions, and 3 Hydrogeddons. But you still got other Geddons in your deck. I guarantee it. And now you're going to have to fight the Elite. And the Elite is going to win this duel. They're going overkill for no reason. This is for game. The game-winning attack is the wrong way! The game-winning attack goes the other way! And the winner is Bastion Misawa! That was actually exactly what he needed. So we're going to go into game number 2, and we're going to see if the Vice Chancellor could put the fear into Bastion. It's really sad they didn't put his deck in here. I think the toy deck's kind of cool. I may not like Bonaparte, but the toys are fun. So come on, let us seize the toys. Oh, that's a very bad start for Bastion. Bastion legit did not start with anything. Whereas the toy guy has Elite Goblin attack force, 2200 damage. 2200 damage will do its job. And that job is to simply hurt. MST comes through and enemy controller, ooh, can't protect your monster now. Pot of Greed. TT, alright. Fatal Abacus is going to do a job right now. They both take 500. That's a funny card to have. Toy Magician will do good work, 1600 damage. Finally, he's using a card he actually owned in the anime. So there we go. We have ourselves another set. No Hydro Get-Ons, no Oxy Get-Ons, no any Get-Ons. There's plenty of Get-Ons. And that's actually going to end the duel. No, it's not. Twice this has happened, but this one doesn't end the duel. It just buys him one turn. And the goblins will not go into defense mode, so it's all up to luck right now. Bastion needs the luckiest top deck he can find. Finally gets a monster, but if it's set, then I don't have faith in it. Especially if he summons his boss. It's right there. Saber Beetle, the boss monster, will do piercing damage to end this dude. That is interesting, but 2300 attack with the Jah, it's over. Alright, I was going to say, with the Fatal Abacus, it's going the wrong way. The winner is Vice Chancellor Bonaparte, using his boss monster's piercing. That set up the victory for that turn. And let's go ahead and get into game number 3. Game 3, good luck to you. Between these two characters, which one are you really rooting for? Is it Bastion or is it the Vice Chancellor? Finally, Bastion gets the perfect card. Carboneton into Mathematician, into his Diamond Dragon, Heian Zain Ryu. Alright, very good combo. Very good start for Bastion Misawa. Even the goblins don't scare him anymore. Oh, he lost his trap card again. He keeps losing the trap card. That's so unlucky. That's super unlucky. Alright, well, Bastion could still come back. He just needs to wait for goblins to attack. He could just tribute for the Saber Beetle, but the Saber Beetle is just a really good card. It's just a piercing damage 24 beater. Just like the dinosaur guy that Briar uses. Call the Haunted is probably wasted. You should have saved it, but, you know, to each their own. Yanzaria will protect you, but the problem is that your opponent will definitely get through your life points thanks to the Saber Beetle, so, you know, it's not... Oh, wow! This is why we save our Call of the Haunted. Holy crap. And TT has maximum value there. Bastion does get a monster aboard. He steals the opponent's boss monster. That boss monster is the best in this fight. It's the easiest one to get to. It is a very weird feeling knowing that Weevil is the king. It was not expected. I had no plans for it, so I am excited to get creative about him being the king. Okay, attack goes through, and that is it. Bastion Misawa, by stealing his opponent's monster, will win the duel. Bastion Misawa continues on in the tournament. Velian Crowler of Raw Yellow. Crowler has been demoted by the new Vice Chancellor. This demotion was due to the poor performance of Duel Academy students. He is livid to be a Raw Yellow instructor and hopes to earn his old job back. Velian Crowler is the Raw Yellow professor now, and I think that is hilarious. It suits him way more than blue, in my opinion. But he has beefed up his Ancient Gear deck, and he's going to try and show everybody today that he is the best person to be teaching these kids. And the next duel is going to be Bastion Misawa versus Professor Crowler. Funny enough, both of these characters got significantly buffed, so I do not know who's going to win. But if I had to choose between a Water Dragon deck or an Ancient Gear deck, I'm obviously going to choose the Ancient Gear deck. So let's go Crowler. Bastion can go to hell for all I care. No offense, Bastion. Your decks are at least somewhat interesting. I just always liked Ancient Gears more. Also, you bullied me back when I was young, a young YouTuber. So yeah, maybe I don't care about you that much. Alright, Bastion Misawa versus where is Crowler? Oh, he's Velian Crowler. That's why I put him in the V section. Oh, there he is. Alright, we're good. Swords are revealing like this early is kind of interesting. Oxy Get-On, Hydro Get-On, Water Dragon, and a Bonding D2O. Ancient Gear Knight can now use its effect, but that just means that Crowler had nothing better to summon. That's not good. Duotarion's pretty good when you need Bonding to D2O to do something. Oxygeddon returns. This is really good for him. And it looks like if you are a Bastion Misawa fan, or should I say a Water Dragon fan, you are eating good today because he's actually performing quite well in today's tournament. Whereas Crowler has decided to just be a little baby and not play anything. Defense mode is not for you, Crowler. Monster Reborn, what are we bringing back? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Steal their opponent's monster. And Hydro Geddon go. Ooh, Giant Rat gets countered by Infinite Geddon. Well, if we had a bonding H2O right now, we could totally make a monster, but that's a bonding D2O. That's different. Alright. Bonding H2O is now live. That is correct. Bonding H2O is now live. So now what? Just sets. Okay. Give me an H2O bonding. Come on, people. Give me a D2O bonding. It doesn't work that way. I didn't think so. Ancient Gear Knight is immune to the spell traps. There was another Giant Rat, of course. And now that that's happened, we're going to get ourselves Nimble manga, but you're going to take 2k damage, as if that matters. Hydro Geddon. Okay, actually, you're not even going to get to their life points, really. They're actually going to heal. That was the luckiest thing that Crowler could have gotten. If it wasn't for that, Crowler would have already lost. The problem is, I don't think he can come back unless he gets Ancient Gear Castle and Heavy Storm. Not Ancient Gear Castle, sorry. Gear Town and Heavy Storm. He can't come back. Monster Reborn comes through. Giant Rat is here. I guess if you have a tribute monster, it has to be a pretty good one. You do not. Alright, just end this duel, Bastion. He's showing us nothing. And we're disappointed. Fossil Dig is unnecessary, but you could do whatever you want. Oh, wait, can you bond D2O now that it's in your hand? Or on the field? I do not know. I feel like he totally could do it now. He just refuses to. It's probably because more monsters equals games, so it makes sense. He's a coward. I like that answer better. He's a coward. He could totally bond D2O. And that is it. Bastion Misawa will take game number 1. This is my fault for saying I like Ancient Gears. It made Crowler not like them as much, and that made him lose the duel. Let's try this again, and let's hope for the best. Carbonet on the first turn is good. Mathematician's even better. Graceful Charity goes through. Fusion Sage comes through. Polymerization is pretty interesting. Gear Town is a very high value card, and we're just going to set. Nothing wrong with that. But I see that this is one of his best... Oh my god. This is one of his best cards right here. Bonding DHO. Of course, in order to use it, he needs the right cards, and he doesn't have the right cards just yet. But that trap card has the maximum value for his deck and can summon his ultimate monster. Last time he got it, it always got destroyed by MST, so hopefully this time it won't. Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon is here, though, so that's horrifying. Though I think D2O works in the graveyard, so you're actually fine. You just need the right cards, and you do not have them at the moment. That is not a good top deck. That was actually one of the worst top decks you could have gotten. I feel very bad for you. Just bad enough to care. Ancient Gear Beast is going to negate your effect. No, draw one card. And 3,000 damage to your face. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to make DHO for Water Dragon Cluster. This is not happening. Oh, there's D, but D won't matter. You have DO, you don't have DHO. And this is just for fun. Get yourself a castle and just run him over with that castle. You know the duel's over. Ancient Gear Beast literally negates effects, so Giant Rat gets wrecked by it. Super good. And 33. And don't forget 2k. That is the end. Ancient Gears take game number 2. We're going to be going to game number 3. Alright, and let's get into game 3 and see what happens. Two Deuterions and a Hydrogeddon. I don't think that's a very good hand. I actually have to assume that's a bad hand. Mathematician can make up for it. I would have just summoned Mathematician. I'm not a baby. You should actually just not do that. Heavy Storm, really? Oh, man, you hit Harpies with that? And Ancient Gear gets you Ancient Gear Golem. So now that Golem's in hand, that could be a little scary, but as long as they don't have Poly, you're fine. Poly's the only thing that's dangerous. Mathematician gets Fossil Dig. Okay, if he could top deck his trap card, he could totally make his boss. But he needs to top deck the trap or it's over. Okay, Carbonetton can buy you time. There we go. This is exactly what you need, but you do need to use... Are we going Deuterion right now? Alright, you're going to use it. I trust you. I hope that you don't get hit by Gear Town Ancient Gear Golem. Yeah, he already used his search effect twice. He couldn't use it this time, but... I meant his special summon effect. I don't think I meant his search effect. You can discard this card, add 1 bonding. Okay, maybe he does know how to add the bonding. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, I don't know if the AI knows how to do that. Oh, well, he's going to do it for this kind of search. But, yeah, not so much when it comes to searching for a bonding card. He pitched Gear Town? Oh, screw him then. He doesn't deserve to win. I may like the Ancient Gears, but if Crowler can't play them right, then get him out of here. Heart of the cards. See what you got. A trap. I don't think a trap makes too much of a difference in our tournaments. Oh, well, MST. Yeah, it really won't make a difference. What? You didn't MST? Why? Bastion, why wouldn't you MST? You had everything you needed. This is game 3. You can't throw game 3, baby. You throw game 1, sure, you're like Yugi, the king of games, or the old king of games, but this, you don't throw game 3. Holy crap. You better summon that Carbonetton. You already drew Kyonziri. Damn. Holy crap. You are actually an idiot. No offense to the AI. No, screw the AI. That was stupid. That was really stupid. My buddy, why you do this? Who made you like this? Who programmed you? I'll find them. I'll befriend them. Alright, and let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got our Diamond Dragon and Oxygeddon, but he totally threw this duel. It's not over, it's just not looking good anymore. He basically had game and then just threw it away. Yeah, Kyonziri is going to beat you unless that trap card saves you, so this whole duel is decided by whether or not... Bonding D2O, does that work in the grave? Or is this one also just hand? No, it has to be in your hand or field. It's not the grave. The trap card is the grave. So he really needs that trap card. Ancient Gear Golem. That is a game-ending card right there. You can't play defense mode against it. You might as well give up, dude. Your only hope is the trap. Well, hold up, though. Wait just 1 minute. No! Double Cyclone! It's over! End this pathetic duel! He doesn't have another monster, but it is over. It's 100% over. It's 100% over. He is not going to do it. He is not going to come... Will Crowler throw the same way Bastion did? Or is he just going to attack? He's just going to attack. Crowler goes forward. Bastion threw this duel super hard. I have never seen that bad of a throw. That was a super, super heavy throw. He had it, and he just did not MST, and it cost him the whole duel. I don't know why he considers himself to be a genius or a smart duelist or competent at anything, but he's just not that good. Bastion Misawa. Bastion hasn't been able to test his deck on pros since the inter-school duel. Now he hopes to duel as many of them with his Water Dragon deck. If the deck works, he knows what the next step will be. That's right, Bastion Misawa feels pretty confident that this deck is probably going to be the one, but he wants to test it on pros before he confirms it. We all want to wish Bastion luck, but at the end of the day, I don't know how he's going to play. The next duel is Slade Princeton versus Bastion Misawa. Slade is probably pissed right now. He's probably pissed at his brother. Holy crap. Losing to a luck-based deck. A pro that's not even in top 50. Oh. Where's Slade Princeton? Well, let's see if Slade could do any better. Chaz is like, you think you're so good, why don't you try beating some of the students at my school? Like Bastion Misawa. Alright. Well, let's watch and see. Alright, Fossil Dig comes through, and we got Oxygeddon, Hydrogeddon, and Duaturion. Isn't that fun? I like that. Clearly, Chaz hasn't been traumatized enough. Future Fusion gets countered, thank God. That was... You gotta stop his Future Fusion. If you don't stop his Future Fusion, you just die. So, good job. Good freaking job. No, he'll never use that for that effect. He'll use the bonding cards, but he won't use the search card. Alright, Oxygeddon is here, and they're all gone. That was fun. Heart of the Cards comes through, and he gets a Mass Dragon. Slade Princeton has good control right now. Granted, Mass Dragon... Oh, no, because he drew 2 Hydrogeddons, it's actually bad. Mass Dragon is not going to get countered. He'll have 1 left afterwards. So, Hydrogeddon has an amazing effect. Special Summon a Friend. Oh, he's already not... Why would you not Mass Dragon again? Weird. They usually are smart enough when it's like Giant Rat versus Mass Dragon, but they're not smart enough. Oh, God! He messed up big time. Go get him! Go get him! You got this! You absolutely, positively got this. 16, 16, 16. Kick his ass. Slade Princeton lost Future Fusion early, and now he's just bricking up. You need something. You need, like, Pot of Greed or something. Oh, it's way too late for that. That means he's done. That is the card he just drew, so he's done. Out of here. Go for it. Triple Hydrogeddon for game. And a doer. You know what? Do it. Do it all. Hyun Zario, he played that for fun. He played that for actual fun. Alright. Bastion Misawa beats Slade Princeton in game 1. But all that really matters is winning the whole match. So good job from Bastion. Very happy to see that. I would love to see both the Princetons lose immediately. Especially since Chaz got very unlucky, whereas Slade got outplayed. They're ending the Principality. That's very funny. That is very funny. I don't normally get to hear good jokes. Also, Green Frost, thank you so much for subbing. I appreciate that. Alright, well, we got ourselves a dragon of some sort versus an Oxygeddon, most likely. We got a Fossil Dig, which is really good for Hydrogeddon. Or Duaturion, sure. Oxygeddon's going to come through, and it's going to do its job. Nothing wrong with that. So, that trap card, I think it specifically states the monster must be in the hand. Or grave. It cannot search, yeah. From your hand and or graveyard into the deck to special summon 1 card from your hand or graveyard. So, it has to be a Water Dragon or a the Water Dragon cluster must be in the hand or the graveyard. So, unlucky for him. He does not have Water Dragon cluster in his hand. Also, it got popped anyway. And it looks like Slade's just going to wreck him. Yeah, Slade's probably just going to wreck him. Let's see what else you got, Slade. You want to show us something cool? You want to do some damage? Yeah, that's about right. And you want to do 2,000? Sure. Everyone loves a good 2k damage dealer. Mathematician is useful, but you didn't use its effect. He could have used Mathematician to get Carboneton to get Hyun Zario to save himself, but AI isn't smart enough to do that. Harpy's Feather is actually huge. That is huge to get a Harpy's Feather Duster. That actually changes everything. Do not Dark Hole. I was going to say, do not Dark Hole. Just use the Harpies. Beautiful. Problem. If they draw a monster with 2,000 attack, which Slade does own, you die. You're both bricked. Perfect. You both are high-level users, so it makes sense. Mathematician, aggressive. Finally, you can use Carboneton's effect. There we go. Use those get-on effects. Carboneton will get you Hyunzan Ryu. Perfect. Diamond Dragon is on the field. You are in a great position now, Bastion. You can turn this duel around. And next turn, you could summon Duo Tyrion to really turn the duel around. That might take too long. I legit think that'll take too long. Also, why are you searching for a tribute monster, not Future Fusion or something? Alright, Pato Greed comes through. Let's see what he gets. Hydra Geddon's pretty good, but we already know Duo Tyrion's probably better. Not anymore. Yeah, just go Hydra Geddon, yeah. It was only better because he would search Oxygeddon, but he doesn't need it. And that's it! Bastion Misawa destroys a Pro League member! Rank number 14 gets wrecked by Bastion. That is it. Slade Princeton, you and your brother are disappointments. I don't care about you as much as I do about Chaz, but you know what? I'm more mad at you. You got outplayed. Chaz just got unlucky. Pierre, one of the pro duelists, will be going up against Bastion Misawa, the guy who took down Slade. So the Princetons were both defeated by these characters. Pierre's deck was very funny, given that it was luck-based, and all the luck was perfect for Pierre, like literally triple heads and like 1,000,000 burn, 6,000 burn from Dice Jar. Whereas Bastion Misawa was just a good duelist, so we're going to see if he could be a good duelist once again. In my opinion, I would assume Bastion, using all these water cards, will win, but that's if Pierre doesn't get 1,000,000,000 luck again, because that 1,000,000,000 luck stat was insane. So, let's go find Bastion Misawa. Bastion's ready to duel. Let's go find Pierre, our funny gambling duelist. I say he should stick to blackjack. This is not exactly his game. His card game. Alright, Bastion Misawa's going to Harpies. Harpies Feather Duster is pretty massive, as it did take down Magic Cylinder. Jargreaves, whatever, but Magic Cylinder is what really matters. Hex Seal is kind of just sitting there, but Bastion bricked. That is a reality. Bastion Misawa bricked on the first turn. MST is really good. You do not want to deal with Fairy Box later on. Bastion Misawa, would you like to unbrick yourself, please? Yes, you would. Mathematician into Carboneton. That's a big unbrick, because now you're going to get your Diamond Dragon, which is, what is it called? Hyunzan Ryu. Something like that. Dice Jar early, but it's too early to end a duel, so we get to see some luck. Bastion's got luck? Bastion's got 6,000 burn worth of luck. Alright. It's going to be a quick duel. Sasuke is going to try and save the duel, but it's going to be a flip of the coin. Everyone in chat, are we going heads or tails? Hyunzan Ryo's going for the attempt. He was wrong. It failed. Problem is, he attacked with the wrong monster, so now that card holds the field. Oh, he stole it. Oh, what? Sasuke Samurai is worth a Monster Reborn, but not Dice Jar. Why would you pick Dice Jar? Now he gets his Samurai back. Okay. Yeah, that's great bait when you have swords face up on the field. Oh, hi, Oxygeddon. Alright, flip of the coin. Okay, he's very unlucky right now. Second coin toss. Let's try that again. There we go. Hyunzan Ryu is gone. Alright, let's try it again. This time, second coin toss can activate. Oh, doesn't matter. He got it. You see your mistake now, Bastion? Have you learned? Have you learned from your mistake? Oh, you got lucky with one of them. But you kept your weakest monster, which can't even beat Hyunzan Ryu. Never mind. I mean, can't even beat Hex Seal, but never mind. You got that. But, Pierre, Blowback Dragon top deck. Right now. Do it. Do it for the fans. Ah, damn. That Fisher is stopped by Dice Jar. That's actually funny. Dice Jar prevents Fisher. Fossil Dig is really good. Duo Tyrion. Yep. Use that on Dice Jar. Dice Jar has value all of a sudden. And we get ourselves an Oxygeddon. And that is how we win a duel, everybody. It looks like Bastion Misawa is going to take down the luck-based deck on the first turn. I mean, in the first duel. Alright. Good job from Bastion Misawa. We're going to be moving into game 2. Maybe if Pierre gets a little luckier, he'll actually be okay. But that 6,000 burn was not good. That 6,000 burn went the wrong way. So, looking at Pierre's hand, he does have Sasuke Samurai and second coin toss in the first opening hand. That's insane. Dice Jar, what are we going to do with it? Pato Greed will activate. Alright. Sakuretsu Armor gets rid of Oxygeddon. Dice Jar this early is kind of weird. I think Sword stops the effect nowadays. No, it does not. Okay, good to know. Maybe it was the old days that it did. Another 6 from Bastion. That's insane. Bastion won, guys. Bastion has a higher luck stat than Pierre. We've learned this today. And he always likes to say that it has nothing to do with luck and whatnot. No, he's a liar. It absolutely has to deal with luck. Speaking of luck, Lucky Chance. Alright, Giant Rat. Giant Rat's going in. Sasuke's a weird choice, but I guess you really believe you're going to beat it, so good on you. Alright, he flips. He's incorrect. Second coin toss. Let's try that again. Pierre is the unluckiest guy in the world. Bastion actually is way luckier than Pierre. And because of this, he's totally going to win the duel. Dice Jar is going to do its absolute best to hold. Oh, he got blowback. What? Excuse me? Get rid of him, Bastion. He's the dumbest duelist I've ever seen in my entire life. That was the dumbest play I've seen in a long time. Get rid of him. Destroy him. Don't worry about Hex Shield. He can't use it anyway. Get him. That's right. Do a Turion. Get yourself something else. Oxygeddon. End the duel. And that is the end of our opponent here. Pierre, you didn't have much of a chance anyway after that 6,000 burn, but the double 6,000 burn definitely decided the duel. Get him out. We don't need him. We do not need him anymore. He did amazing taking down Chaz, which hurts my heart, but he had to do it. And now that Chaz is out and now that Pierre is out, Bastion Misawa of Raw Yellow will be moving forward. So, hey, at least one of the Duel Academy students made it to top 8 so far. Only one? Oh, no. Tanaka did too. So it's actually even. In top 8, it's even right now. The next duel in top 8 will be Bakura Rio of the Pros versus Bastion Misawa of Duel Academy. Chumley of the Pros has moved on so far. One pro in top 4. Bakura Rio, will you also go up there, or will Bastion be the first Duel Academy student to make it to top 4? I thought it was going to be Tanaka, but he kind of threw that. That was really bad. Very embarrassing to watch. All right, let's go ahead and start this duel, guys. He's played Manual Bug correctly before in the early tournaments of our series. Go watch the first tournament. He used it properly there. The first one he was in. The Tournament 4 Duel Academy Season 1. You know what it was. I'm looking for their faces, by the way. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll find them. Luckily, they're pretty close to each other, so... Bakura is on this side. Bastion's on that side. Yep. And Ring of Destruction is amazing hit. Great hit. Chain Energy starts the duel. Great plays from Bakura. Alright, Giant Rat gets a Baki. They're both going to burn for that. Bakura's burn deck is what got him into the pros. It took down Taya Gardner, who was ranked 2nd, and got him ranked 10 in the Pro League. Giant Germ is also here, just chilling. Mecha Bunny can do the same job. You do whatever you like. He's going to go with Germ. A little bit interesting. It'll cost him some life points. He's definitely at a disadvantage against Bastion right now. He needs better spells and traps. Just Desserts is not bad, but he's still at disadvantage. Alright, 1,600 burn is pretty bad. Or damage, I should say, is pretty bad. 1,000 burn for that. Life points seem pretty close, but obviously this duel goes to Bastion, it feels like. It's going to take a hell of a top deck right now to stop it from going to Bastion. Interesting top deck, but I don't think that's going to be the game saver. Alright, this whole duel is decided right now by whatever Bastion does on this turn. And Bastion's decision is a fossil. He's costing himself kind of a... Be careful. Be careful how many life points you spend. Duotarion is not a bad card. It's a little better when you can special summon, though. Alright, Mecha Bunny will do 500 burn. And we have a set. Mecha Bunny will do 500 burn. And we have a set. It's amazing he did it. Bakura did it. That Wave Motion Cannon ended up being a very good top deck. All he has to do is activate his... Well, he knows he's dead, so he gave up at this point. All right. Get him out of here. Obviously, game 1 is going to go to Bastion, Bakura. Sorry, Bakura, please don't. Please stop. Just activate wave motion. Thank you. Sorry, the AI scares me sometimes. All right, wave motion cannon with 1,000 burn will end the duel. Great job from Bakura. Bastion did pretty good. He just needed more monsters to get through the defenses. So let's go ahead and get into game number 2 and see what happens. Overall, I would say Bakura's chances of winning are pretty good unless he gets out, what is it, Hydra-Geddons. Hydra-Geddons counter him completely. Just Desserts actually is a nice counter to that, though. Question it. Oh, God. Bastion's bricked. I didn't even know that could happen to him. Like, I know it can happen eventually. I didn't think it happened on the first turn. That is gross. That is absolutely gross. All right, Harpies! There we go. That's how you beat Bakura. Harpy's Feather Duster is how you beat Bakura. That's all of his best cards are gone. His best cards are gone. The only way he's going to win is if he top decks his super lucky, his boss monster, Red Enchanter guy. I don't remember. Dark Red Enchanter. I would Morphing Jar at this point. That's already a bad hand. Sangen's okay, I guess. Yeah, there was Attack Force Duel where Mindy refused to use it. Oh, there's the Hydra-Geddon I was talking about. And that Just Desserts would have had a lot of value by now. Right now, we're in top 8. 500 burn, Giant Germ. 500 burn. Hydra-Geddon has completely countered the opponent. Sangan is gone, but what card is worth searching when you're probably going to Morphing Jar? Actually, you don't have time to Morphing Jar. You've already basically lost this duel. Unless you get a Dark Hole, you're done for, buddy. Yeah, I told him to use Morphing Jar. He refused to listen to me. Monster Reborn is not going to do it. Sangan's not even worth it, in my opinion. And a Mystic Tomato is not going to do it either. I mean, it'll hold on just for a little bit, but it's not worth it. Fossil Dig, get something cool. Duoturion's worth it. That was a little strange. You were supposed to tribute... Okay, that was a waste of... Okay, whatever. Who cares? He's going to win. He could have played this anyway. He was probably going to win the duel. So, Hydra-Geddon does its job. Sangan can search for whatever it wants, and that does not matter. And Mystic Tomato goes ahead and dies. It's going to try and stall, but there's not much to saw. Okay, hold up. I may have forgotten something. I may have forgotten something. That's a little strange. So, Bastion, what's your answer to a Spirit Reaper? That's my question. Hot agreed. All right, let's see what your better answer is. Baki will do 500 burn. Granted to both players, but I'm sure Bakura isn't worried about Bastion burning him. 5 monsters, and it does not matter. Oh, that was not a good idea, Bakura. You need your life points more than he does at the moment. You have limited how many cards you're going to play. Okay, well, here we go. Morphing Jar, he threw away a Water Dragon. I saw that. Wave Motion is the only card he needs to play. If he's going to play any card, it needs to be Wave Motion. Please do so. Okay, you're lucky as hell your opponent's willing to burn himself for so much damage. Bastion, all you have to play is Wave Motion. That's the only card in your hand that needs to be played. Dear God, for the love of God, Bastion, you don't have that many life points to spend. Bastion, for the love of God, there's only one card in your hand you have to play. It definitely wasn't that. It definitely wasn't that. Now, the good news is he can win by deck out if Bastion lost his popping cards to... I don't know. You know what? He can win if Bastion pops Chain Energy. All he had to play was one card. Just Wave Motion. That's the only card that mattered. You play Wave Motion, and then you have Duel. Granted, funny enough, until your opponent... No, do not play another spell or trap card, Bastion, or you're going to lose by... Well, one of them is going to lose by deck out. Who is it? 14, 12. Oh my god. No! Bastion, you dumb idiot! Bacora's gonna win? Is this real? Is this real? Here, we're only gonna look at Bacora. Yeah, the only thing that matters is Bastion's deck count. The Duel Academy students legit are throwing the duels in top 8. They're 100% throwing to the pros. They want the school shut down. That is a good reason, Saf. That is a very good reason. The reason the Duel Academy students are throwing, like, honestly throwing, like we're watching them throw, is because they don't want the school to get more funding, because they don't think the funding will matter. They think even when the school did have funding, it was a horrible place to be. There was no teaching going on. You didn't learn shit about duel monsters. You could learn more from public school, for crying out loud. Well, of course, sitting there flabbergasted that he was trying to throw for his opponent, and then his opponent threw even harder. So, at this point, Bastion definitely has one of his popping cards, and it doesn't matter because he filled up his back row. All he had to do was not fill up his back row. All he had to do is not fill up his back row, and he would have been fine. When public school is better, yeah, you do have problems. Double change of heart is sad. 2 cards left in deck. We're just, at this point, it's just embarrassing. Alright, Oxygeddon's gone. Bacora, this is going to be the last time you're going to have to, you know, laugh at your opponent. I do not know what Bastion's traps are right now. And that is, wait for it, the end of the duel. Bastion has been dusted. Legitimately dusted. Alright, so, yay. The winner is Bacora. I did not expect that to be how he won. He 2-0'd his opponent. Weird duel. Weird duel to watch both players play horribly against Chain Energy, and one make a way bigger mistake in the end. Bastion Misawa, raw yellow superior duelist. Bastion is upset that his bio rating said he was a mere superior duelist. His only hope to change his rating is to knock out some of the American students. If his deck fails, he will just make a new one. His deck has done better ever since he got better support for the Water Dragon stuff, but it still doesn't feel good enough for Bastion. If his deck fails again today and doesn't take him all the way, he might decide to change his deck once again, as this guy cannot just freaking decide on one deck. He has too many decks in his mind, too many theories. We're going to see if those new decks are worth it, and we're going to see how he does today. This superior duelist is one of the best at the Academy, but he's been knocked off by some of his fellow classmates, so good luck to you, Bastion, and hopefully you summon a Water Dragon today. Sartorius of the White Dorm. A professor, of course. Sartorius was completely against the American Academy Duel Academy today. The new income flow from the GX tournament gave Chancellor Shepard the confidence to go against Sartorius' wishes. Remember, Duel Academy was only staying afloat thanks to Sartorius' Sartorius' contributions, but now that Duel Academy's starting to do better, Chancellor Shepard doesn't have to, heed all of Sartorius's demands. But today was decided by Yami Pegasus ultimately, and Yami Pegasus does pay Chancellor Shepard's paycheck, so good luck to you, Sartorius. I know you need to knock out all these American Academy invaders. They are not somebody these are not people you want to be around, and I know you hate the planetary duelists. The next duel is the final duel of round 1. It's Bastion Misawa versus Sartorius. Bastion is ready. Sartorius is ready. And let's watch these two go at it. We got ourselves this card. It's kind of risky to play it. That is why it's risky. You just gave your opponent a tribute. That was horrible. How are you a professor? I know it's money. He's a professor because of money. But holy fucking shit, that was your opening play? That was your opening play? I'm pissed. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. Hey guys, I'm here to duel a student. Here's my monster, Dark Hole. just Dark Hole my own monster. That turn 1 is legendary. Duo Terion has a very nice effect. We're going to use it to search out a monster, Oxygeddon, and these two are going to work together to destroy the Empress. And with her gone, we can do easy damage to the opponent. Sartorius is embarrassing himself. Oh, now you have the card that could have made your card fine. Oh, you don't even get to keep it. That card could have made your card fine, but no. I know, I wish they did too, but the AI doesn't know about Duo Torion's other effect. Can't figure it out. Ooh, that in the hand is really good. Having that card in the hand is extremely good. Oxygeddon is here. And goodbye the lovers. And goodbye 4,000 life points. You have 1 turn left, and the only play I can think of is set the Fool, or you lose. That is actually it. That is it. Monster Reborn just to set. That means you... Oh my god, you're setting that card. Don't do it. If you just gave them another tribute, I'm going to be so pissed at you. Holy shit. Holy shit, you are bad. You are like a whole new level of what bad is. I am impressed. Oh man. Oh man, are you bad. That might have been Sartorius's worst duel. That 100%. That was his worst duel. That might be worse than any duel he's had in Tag Force tournaments. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's get into the next duel because that was something. That was something. Sartorius versus Adrian, who is worse. Sartorius could kick Adrian's ass. He just got unlucky with coin flips and didn't get his field spell. Ooh, speaking of trap cards, though, look at that. Back row, Mathematician is a very scary start. You don't want to let him use that. Living Fossil's fun, too. Mathematician's like, hey, Carbonetton, go to the grave. Hey, Carbonetton, give me my Diamond Dragon. By using the carbon molecules, I can get Diamond Dragon to the field. And then the lovers will be summoned. The lovers don't get either of their effects because they were simply flipped by battle. Ring of Destruction will get rid of said lovers, which is a shame. That's a lot of damage to both characters. And we have a new set. Fun. Alright. Oxygeddon. That's really good. We got an Oxygeddon, a Hyunzan Ryu, and a Mathematician, and goodbye Magician. Funny enough. Scapegoats are here to try and save the day, but I don't like his odds. I really don't. The Lovers is an annoying boss fight in Persona 3 Reloaded. I beat them, though. Tough fight. Alright. So, he's got 3 Scapegoats, which are adorable, as if they matter. And we're going to see what he can do to buy himself more time. We have ourselves a set, and no back row or field spell. So, he's in a horrible position. Whereas this guy is in a great position, because he could clear out all of those Scapegoats and your monster card. Oh, look, it's the crappy monster. It really is. Alright, that crappy monster may be gone, but there's still more to come. Cup of Ace is really good. Let's see if he gets lucky. He's not lucky at all today. Sartorius is having the worst luck of his life, and he's out of the tournament immediately. That luck has knocked him out of my tournament as fast as humanly possible. I can't believe it. That was a weird tribute, but I guess if you Living Fossil, it does not matter. Game's still game. Game that winning attacks are coming in. Get him out of here. Hyunzan Ryu, you know we want to see it. Alright, Diamond Dragon has done it. Bastion Misawa, not bad. Oh, still a pretty good duelist. Still pretty good. Yeah, White Dorm Duelist is a bunch of clowns plus Aster, because Aster's actually good. Yes, I agree. I agree with your statement. Alright, Bastion, looks like you aren't so, craving friendship in my series. Unlike the anime, which was one of the cringiest things you've ever done. Let's go ahead and move Bastion Misawa forward, and let's get into round 2 of our tournament. Other than Leslie, there is only one American Academy person left. And his name is David. No, it's David. Alright, let's see how he does. David Rab has to defeat Bastion Misawa, another top 8 Duel Academy student. And then if they all lose, we can just call this a Duel Academy tournament and have fun seeing who's the best. So let's do this. Everyone's ready to go. David versus Bastion. Don't forget, American Academy has way less funding than Duel Academy. They're the ones that are struggling even more. And with Carbonaton, we get a Hyunzan Ryu. Why not? No Fire Dragon for Bastion. They don't want to make it. Machine Assembly Line's an okay card, but I'm guessing that means, yeah, I was going to say, you probably can't beat Hyunzan Ryu, so you're in trouble. Oh, Ring of Destruction. Classic card. That will beat it, but your life points are getting pretty low with that. Hydrogeddon cannot beat Battle Footballer. Okay. Battle Footballer will stay, but you don't have enough cards to summon your big boss monster. Not yet. Blue Thunder's pretty good. Actually, this is a really interesting play if he's willing to crash. Wait, is it a machine? Option Token's a machine. Okay, we got it. Mathematician is going to draw. All right, Hydrogeddon can get a lot of value out of this if it had... Ooh, close. Card Trooper can at least get rid of a problematic card. With its 2100 attack stat, easily. You put some counters on there, though, so be careful, and now you're weak. The token will remain, though, so be careful. Buy TT. Always buy TT. Reflect Bounder's really good. When your opponent's life points are low, it's really good. They're not going to survive one more turn anyway unless that trap has a function. No, it's DTO. It's not going to matter. And that is it. David Rabb just obliterates his opponent. That was really quick. Bastion would have been fine if he kept that Hyunzan Ryu, but, you know, Ring of Destruction's a bastard of a card. Let's go ahead and get into game number 2, and let's see if Bastion can make up for that. He needed more Duoterions to get the search going. It would really help him out. Let's look at Bastion's hand right now, see if he's got it. No, but he got the cluster. Mathematician's a good start, though. Mathematician's always a good opening play. Even against UFO Turtle. Oxygeddon's also strong, but Mathematician's... okay. Oh, that was an early limiter removal. I don't know if I agree with that, because they're just going to monster board, and you straight up lost your monster. Alright, Bastion's in a very good position here, already getting past the limiter removal card. Very low cost on that one. UFO Turtle's supposed to die. I don't think he understood that. Blue Thunder's going to get rid of the card. And we got an Iron Call, which will just do damage. Blue Thunder's coming back out. He's going for as much damage as he possibly can, and I can respect that, even though it will cost him in the end. Well, I guess nothing they have right now could beat a card, but maybe they top deck. That's not going to work either. You should have normal summoned Mathematician. That was a really bad play. You needed to get Carbonaton in the graveyard. Premature Burial's an interesting play. Blue Thunder's really good. That card loves its option tokens. And the option tokens are going to make a huge difference because now that's a lot of damage coming through. You're going to have like 500 life points left, and David is known for having some burn cards. Speaking of burn cards. Alright, Bastion is really letting down the Academy as a top 8 duelist. Oh, it's the big boy. Hi! That is the last planetary card. We've seen them all today. The Big Saturn. All I gotta say about Saturn is do not pop it. Whatever you do, do not pop it or you lose the duel. Card Trooper is not gonna use it. Fuck was that? That is the first time I've ever seen a character not activate Card Trooper's effect. That is the very first time I've ever seen that happen, and I'm not okay with it. Try again. Active. I guess you still win, which is Big Saturn. I get it, because the AI's not smart enough to not activate its effect. But... oh boy. Alright, whatever. David knocked out Bastion 2-0. That was really dumb, though. Alright. Good job, David. David survives for the crew. He took out a top 8, but he's got more top 8s and worse to deal with. All of the bio bands have burst. All of the energy has been sapped, and a dark spirit now roams the halls of Duel Academy. Many students have fainted after the freaking thing blew up. Many students have lost too much energy and can't get back up to Duel. But some students have gotten back up to Duel, not for themselves, but for the spirit. Bastion Misawa of the goals. Bastion has been losing his mind trying to think of the perfect deck. After his bio ban burst, he heard a soft voice offering him the knowledge he seeks. Now he fights with a brand new deck. Bastion Misawa has joined the dual goals. He is one of the people working for the Dark Spirit today. His search for knowledge has caused him to turn into a goal. And his new deck is top tier. It's something that only a Dark Spirit could think up, with the theories already in his mind. It basically just, connected some dots for him. Still, we'll see how he does today. I'm very excited to see Bastion Misawa again. He's probably used the most dual decks in Master Era tournaments. Not the most decks in the lore, because we said Yugi did like a ton, but Bastion Misawa has used the most in the actual tournaments we've seen. Still, we'll see how he does. I'm excited. Let's go. Bastion Misawa of the goals. The next duel is the new Bastion Misawa. And he's taking on one of the top 5 duelists at the school, Aster Phoenix. If you had to rate Aster Phoenix, where would you put him? Where would you put him? Even if it's just your own personal ranking. He's definitely top 5 when it comes to the lore, but like, what would your number be? People like 3? You like him at number 3? Okay. So above Tanaka, Mindy, or Jim, he's above one of those guaranteed. Because my top 3 is Mindy, Tanaka, Jim, just based on their duels. And obviously tournament wins and whatever. But we haven't seen Bastion duel with his new decks, so let's see what happens. He literally let the Dark Spirit take him over. Not like completely possessing him, but to just give him new ideas. Kind of like what the Light did in the anime. But instead, it's going to be Yubel. Alright, I'm looking for their faces. I forgot for half a second. Don't worry, I'm looking for them. So I can see Aster Phoenix. And Bastion Misawa is doing his thing. Oh, I forgot to change his field. He still looks like that. It's fine. Shit. Having trouble finding Bastion. There he is. Alright, and Bastion's already got 2 of those. He's got Valkyrion in hand. Isn't that fun? And he got rid of the Decider. The Decider has decided to die. Drill Dart can get rid of one of these. So for those of you that are curious, this guy is Gamma, the Electromagnet Warrior, and Alpha, the Electromagnet Warrior. And that is Ring of Destruction, the Electromagnet Warrior. I'm joking. It's just Ring of Destruction. Oh, Decider has an effect I did not know about. It looks like a Fishman. Looks like that one Digimon. What's it called? Drago something? I don't know. It's an ultimate level Digimon that's Aqua Dark type, kind of. I think everyone's above Jaden, but yeah. Beta the Magnet Warrior. Why not? That's a classic Yugi card right there. In fact, it's a classic Yugi card even in our lore. Because Yugi won the inter-school duel with that deck. God, that was a long time ago. Times are changing, folks. Times are changing. The Decider is here. And quick effect, we summon Beta. Yep, that'll do it. Appreciate it, CB. I hope you guys enjoy that. I want you all to know right now, I have no problem with anybody posting clips from this stuff. I do not care. I don't take real ownership over anything. Just don't, just at least tell them that, hey, this is Casual Cooper or something. That way they come and find me. I have no problem if you guys want to share that crap. Have fun. And Defender! Yay! Alright, Defender to save the day. Harpies will get rid of Field Spell. Field Spell is problematic after all. Alright, and attack will do nothing because that guy's like, I'm not even going to stay here. I'm not even going to stay here. How do they work? I don't know, but they have triple betas and a gamma. Wow, you're just going... Oh, Valkyrion's in the hand. If they draw alpha, they win. Right? If they draw alpha, it's basically game. What? You could have just went for Valkyrion. You threw it all away. Wait, who's that? Which one is that? Is that beta? It's alpha. It decides to be alpha. All right. You know what? It worked. 3,000 damage. Why the hell not? I don't give a crap. You can do whatever you want. Rock Bombardment, sure. 500 burn. Alpi threw away Berserky. Whatever. No one needs a little Berserky here. Stratos. Let's see what we get. Dogma is probably not a good choice when you're this desperate. We got rid of Alpha. That's good. That's good. Its name is Epsilon. Oh, that one's Epsilon, but it pretended to be Alpha. Yes, that one's Epsilon. So is that one just like I pretend to be one so we can summon the bigger monsters? Is that what it does? Oh, he's halfway there. Well, not halfway, 2/3, whatever. He's so close. If he could get Destiny and Dragoon, he might win this duel despite the dire straits he's in right now. There's no fusion in his deck, obviously. It'd be in the top right. Top right. Forgot cameras are reversed, so if I point this way, it's actually the right way. He got it! This man has done it in every duel. What the fuck? All right, whatever. It resulted the same. I mean, I would not have destroyed D-Tactics, but whatever. You could have just searched. You're kind of stupid. You're kind of... I don't want to be mean, but he's kind of stupid. All right, let's go. Attack goes through. Attack goes... Mathematician! Oh, no. Oh, no. Destiny and Dragoon with 800 life points. Bastion does have a few burn cards, but granted, they're a lot slower than you think. 800 burn. Does he have Ukazi? Card Trooper! Holy crap, there's Rock Bombardment. He threw away one of them. He needs 700 burn! I don't think any card does 700, but he needs 700 burn. That's the end of the duel. That's the end of the duel. He got as close as he could. Bastion Misawa got as close as he could to the sun, but the duel is over. Aster Phoenix takes game number 1. Both decks seem to be pretty good, but I think Bastion messed up a little halfway through. The field spell was supposed to be a game changer, but Harpies came at the perfect time. So, what are you going to do? And let's do it, guys. We're going into game number 2. Will Aster take this once and for all, or will Bastion show that the new knowledge he sought was worth it? Yeah, it does look like Jack-O-Lantern from the Megami games. Shin Megami Tensei. Alright, Pot of Greed. Whoa, what is this? Yo, is it Valkyrion? Valkyrion! It's stronger than Dogma! Valkyrion overpowers Dogma! It's one of the few monsters in the game that can do it. He has got it. Plasma is necessary. Plasma's gonna devour it! The monster even stronger than Dogma because of its effect. Devours Valkyrion. Epsilon is dead. The duel is basically over. It's basically, I mean, Defender's not enough. You actually need a real monster, but... No. Okay, he doesn't have it yet. I don't know what that one was. It didn't matter. He can't beat 3650. Like, literally, it beats Valkyrion now. He lost the duel on his own terms. He's at 150. Plasma negates effects, right? So, it's over. Oh, it doesn't negate effect. Okay, cool. Oh, it's like Lone Fire Blossom. It activates in the grave, technically. I get it. I get it. I get it. It can send itself to the grave and then activate its effect. If it wasn't for Lone Fire... Oh, he got it! The field spell. I don't know what it does, but he got it. It's a super long effect. I'm not reading that. Rock Bombardment. Bastion has every card I'm on. Every single one. Epsilon is gone. And Plasma is gone. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You got rid of Plasma and you're drawing a lot of cards. You just can't make a mistake. Beta has been thrown away. Valkyrion is home! And with Valkyrion, we special summon, and that is it, baby! We're gonna get revenge. Unless he could do... Well, actually, he totally could. If he draws any monster with 1500 attack, he wins. 1500? Oh, no! It's not even Dogma! It's not even Dogma! He needs it! Giant Trunade will probably not make a difference. Oh, what does that do? Magnet Conversion. I do not know. But this comeback is real. Alright, that one. That one. That one, sure. Alright. That's game. Bastion did it. As far as I'm concerned, Bastion freaking did it. Beta into... Sure. Oh, that's not enough. Okay, whatever. It's basic. Don't worry about it. If he draws Dogma, he wins. You're right. If he can top deck Dogma, he wins the duel. His top deck is Harpies. Nope, that's game! That's game! The winner! You don't even need to do that. The winner is the all-powerful Bastion with the biggest comeback I've ever seen. He was able to destroy Dogma with Valkyrion, but then he lost it to Plasma, which was super hype. And then he managed to beat Plasma with his field spell. And now it's all over because freaking, what's his name? Aster couldn't draw a Dogma to save his life. You can do it with any one of your Magnet Warriors. You don't have to be special about it. Yep, you got another field spell. Card Trooper for fun? Nah, just beta. Just beta. We're going to game 3, everybody. Aster Phoenix is like, what the hell? I was supposed to win. What just happened? What just happened? How'd your monster activate their effect? And Bastion's like, I know the weird ruling where me throwing away my monster to the grave isn't part of the real effect. It activates in the grave. Haha. All right, let's see what we got. Double Plasma again? Are you serious? That actually, like, what the hell? Stratos, okay. Do goals talk? I mean, he's not really possessed. He's more like, hey, I'll do your thing. Some people were just convinced. Others, like Chancellor Shepard, yeah, that was more possession. That's why he played so badly. And yeah, dual goals do talk. I mean, Fonda was talking, and she was possessed. Alright, Decider. I mean, not Decider, that guy. Drill Dart. So, one problem. You need Fusion Gate. You have everything but Fusion Gate. Because he doesn't need the Fusion. Bastion just beat a top 5 duelist. Some people said it was top 3. And he didn't need the Fusion. He just needs the Magnet Warriors. He needs a place to grow, everybody. And that's Dogma if he wants it. Destiny draw. Wow, really lucky there. I'm surprised he didn't go for the drill guy. Drill Dark does piercing. Yeah, but I thought it was just special summon into Dogma, but I guess not. He didn't want to do it. Giant Rat is here. Giant Rat totally worth it play. Wonder what he's going to get with it. Gamma, okay. Did you need Gamma? Premature Burial, okay. Beta, okay, we're getting real close here. Yeah, he did! He needed it! Valkyrion with 3850! If you can get Plasma, my god. If you can get Plasma, are you smart enough? Rhoda, okay. I'm saying, are you smart enough? You didn't get Fusion Gate, so you have to go for Plasma, and Plasma's great! Plasma returns! The only card to destroy Valkyrion! It devours it, and that card is gone. Get him out of here. It was in defense because he couldn't... Did he not summon it during main phase 1? I don't remember why. Because he already had his battle phase. That's why it was in defense. No reason to put it in attack mode. It had better defense. Alright. Stratos, Monster Born first. Okay, where are we getting? Stratos, yeah. Expected. What search are we going for this time? There's so many Destiny heroes to search. Maybe a Diamond Dude? Drill Dart. Yeah, summon that. Yeah. Oh, you didn't summon. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Piercing damage matters. 3650 matters. All right. Dark Hole or Bust. Dark Hole or Bust. Same as always. I'm sorry, guys. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good 3 duels. I enjoyed all of them. But at the end of the day, Aster Phoenix is still one of the strongest students at this school, and Bastion's increased power deck is not ready for it. Just like how Chaz's new deck wasn't ready for Tanaka. A full year has passed since our last episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Era. The grand charity event of Battle City has come and gone, and many changes in the Master Era world have come. The first major change is the grand reopening of Duel Academy under new management. That's right, everybody. Duel Academy is now owned and operated by Kaiba Corp. Kaiba Corp has taken the reins, and they have kicked out all Industrial Illusion people. Now, the Academy is open to not just students of high school age, but in fact, K through 12. The next character we're going to be talking about is Bastion Misawa. Bastion went through a lot of cruel trials at the old Duel Academy. Despite this, he agreed to return to the new Duel Academy in order to finish his education. He also wants to be the #1 student, so Seto Kaiba will endorse him. Yes, everybody, if you become the #1 student at Duel Academy, Seto Kaiba himself will endorse you, and he might invite you into the Kaiba Corp Corporation. Kaiba Corp. He might invite you into Kaiba Corp, which is very funny. Bastion Misawa is no longer possessed. He got through all of that bullcrap from the old Duel Academy, but he got to keep the cards. So we'll see how he does today with his powerful Magnet Warrior deck. The next duel is going to be another student from OCG Elementary, everybody. It's Strong Yugioh. And Strong Yugioh is up against Bastion Misawa. Anybody that remembers the old Duel Academy, here's one of their old students. We haven't seen Strong. Strong has only performed in one tournament, and he won that tournament, by the way. So Strong technically has no match losses in his career. Strong has never lost a match in his career on our channel. Bastion has lost most matches. He's won some duels, but he's lost most matches. Alright, Strong starts with Indomitable Fighter Lele. Yeah. Dreamwort Werewolf comes through and the monster gets destroyed. And 2300 attack comes through. Yes, you're stuck in defense mode, but you did your job. So what else do you got? You got a bunch of cards. If you actually drew Valkyrion, you'd be in a good spot. You got rid of one of the problematic cards, so that's good news. Monster Reborn is used to steal it. Very smart play. Love that play. That actually counters Strong. And now you're in a good spot. You might lose Beta, but if you could just draw Valkyrion, you'll win. Indomitable Fire Lele is here. They could crash. Totally a worthwhile play. No! Ego boost! He's super strong! With 3300 attack. Bastion needs to top deck Valkyrion or else this duel is as good as over. Whoa! What? Bastion top decks Valkyrion. He's got 3500 attack! Strong, even with Ego Boost, cannot overpower this legendary monster from the past. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Dreamwort Werewolf will do some damage, but this card says no. Fight Beta instead. Beta's dead. Alright, Strong is like, whoa, you got bigger points than me. There's something wrong here. This is not supposed to be possible. Ooh, a burn card. Why not? Alright. We got ourselves 1500 damage, and we got ourselves a trap. Valkyrion, the Unstoppable. Rock Bombardment's going through. We throw away another card. That was Berserkion. And 500 damage is dealt. Understand, this is one of the few times you'll ever see Strong play a monster in defense mode. I don't think we've ever seen it. Valkyrion will just slowly tear through the monsters. They know they need their big monster in order to win this. Alright, what are you going to do now? Okay, well, you need to draw one of your... Just draw any of your Magnet Warriors. Any of them. Yeah, that one. Sure, I don't care. I don't even know what that does, but have it. Valkyrion, oh, you're going for game! He's going for game! He knows his opponent has bad defense! Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and I don't know what that other one is! Dark Elf is gone! It's Alpha! Double Alpha! It's over! Bastion Misawa takes one duel on Strong Yugioh, literally because of a top deck of Valkyrion. If he never top decked Valkyrion, that duel would have went a completely different route. Great play from Bastion Misawa. Great play. Let's get into duel number 2 and see if Strong can get a little luckier. Or, honestly, if Bastion just gets a little less lucky, because that was insane. Drawing Valkyrion changed that whole duel. Alright, let's see what he's got this time. You know what? I don't recognize most. I only know Alpha and Giant Rat. Giant Rat's in most of my decks. Dark Elf, it'll cost you. But at the same time, his deck actually likes cards that cost him life points. Or helps his opponent gain life points. And that card summons Alpha for free. Why not? Alpha needed some time in the sun. Skill Drain is a little interesting. Because now Dark Elf has no cost. He paid 1,000 to never have to pay 1,000 again. Understandable. Indomitable Fire. Yep, that's why he liked paying the 1,000. Alright, his deck does run Megamorph, which means even Valkyrion isn't strong enough now. That still works, because technically it didn't activate until it hit the grave. Monster Reborn comes through. Alpha has been stolen. A weird card to steal. It's not that good. The AI is just kind of dumb, but it's okay. Looking pretty good if you're a strong Yugioh fan. Alright, well, we have ourselves a set. He needs a dark hole. Goblins! Yo, it's the goblin. Oh, Rat says no. It's the goblins, everybody. The goblins are too damn strong. Giant Rat has to be in attack mode. And the damage is a little too good. You lost your Megamorph ability. You got to be a little more careful. Mathematician! That's one of his favorite cards. With this, he can draw... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait 1 second. It's a little dangerous, but there might be some value in there. Alpha's going to go... You're not going to get rid of the Megamorph monster, which could eventually become a huge problem. Again. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, he's just doing it. All right. Oh, you went for him instead. Yikes. Well, the Megamorph's at least gone, but you lost a lot of life points. I don't know if you have much... What are you doing here? Oh, okay. That card could still use its effect in the grave. Fair enough. So you're still going to have nothing. You still have nothing. The game-winning attack comes through, and it's over. Ring of Disappointment. So we're going to be going into Game 3. This is more what I expected to happen, but Valkyrion definitely changed the odds in that first duel. Let's go ahead and see what happens in Game number 3. Which character will be moving forward? Will it be Mr. OCG Elementary 4 Kings Strong? Or will it be Bastion Misawa, the most forgettable duelist of freaking Duel Academy? The original Duel Academy. Pot of Greed comes through. He does not have good variety. Well, that card actually helps because it can throw up. You threw away Beta, though. There were better cards to throw away other than Beta. You disagree, though. Interesting. Mathematician still has a lot of value, though. Dark Elf? Okay, this is actually pretty good. You get to, you get to do 1,000 damage, technically. Dark Hole, unnecessary, but you might. Okay. Yup. He's going for it pretty early, in my opinion. And that card has an effect, apparently. That card says Beta gets back to the hand. And he summons Beta. Beta does 17. That's completely fine. It's because Bastion's a Beta. That makes a lot of sense. It makes too much sense. Attack comes through. It's going to be Indomitable Fire to Lele. Sadly, Lele's going to have to go into defense mode for that one. Looks like no skill drain. He would have activated it earlier if he had it. No skill drain, sadly. No, we don't count that. That was searched. Beta comes through, and... Oh, he had final attack orders! Dude, you got baited! Bastion Misawa's been baited. Officially baited. One Megamorph in this duel is over. Alright, Rock Bombardment goes through. 500 damage. Indomitable Fire to Lele goes through. Goblin Attack goes through. Yes, they'll go into defense mode for 2 seconds, but guess what? Not even a second. Not even a second. 1 second each. Alright, do something, Bastion. Do something. You already Dark Hold, so do something else. I don't know what that is, but use it anyway. Never mind, he gave up. This dude gave up. He got wrecked. He got wrecked pretty hard. Oh, hi there. Gene Warp Warwolf says you must be in attack mode. You must take this damage. Strong Yugioh still in our Master Era series has not lost a match. He's lost games, but he's never lost a match. Undefeated. Undefeated. The next character to appear at this tournament will be Bastion Misawa. Bastion originally planned on evacuating Duel Academy with his fellow students. Before that, he wanted to make sure his new favorite professor was also leaving. Sadly, he discovered that this new favorite professor had betrayed Duel Academy. Bastion, you are probably the most unlucky person in my series. Every time something might go well for you, it just falls apart. So you finally found a professor that you looked up to that could teach you duel theory, and it fell apart. But Bastion, being the ever-changing duelist, has a brand new deck to show everyone today, and hopefully this will be the one, because every other deck he's made has been a flop. Good luck to you, Bastion. And good luck to your heart as well. The next character appearing in our tournament today is the brand new professor at Duel Academy, replacing Koyo Hibiki. Everybody, I would like to introduce you to Professor Lawrence! Lawrence is top of his field in dual synchro theory. That helped him get the job at Duel Academy after Koyo left as a professor. Today, he was the one to lower Duel Academy security, though he did not know about the satellite. So we're going to go ahead and move Shoma Yusa forward. The next duel is going to be Bastion Misawa versus his favorite professor that broke his heart. Bastion Misawa is going to be taking on Professor Lawrence. This is heartbreaking, but Bastion has cooked up a new deck, and we're going to see if it's going to be the deck to earn him victory. We'll find out real soon. Alright, here we go. Professor Lawrence showing off his cards. Bastion shows off his Garochin Kuwagata. Harpies is brutal, so you already lost your trap card, which was a magic cylinder. Big loss. Psychic Snail is here. And we have ourselves a set. No, Bastion and Lawrence are just happening. In fact, I will say this. The bracket was made before the intro was made. Ultimate Insect level 5! Oh, shit! Bastion's cooking. If you let that insect survive, you're going to pay the price. You must kill that insect. You must kill it. There you go. Psychokinesis. That's right. You're damn right you're going to psychokinesis that. You're damn right you're going to do that. Ain't no way you're going to see that happen. Alright, and we have a set. Good idea. Good idea. Another one of these cards, which I don't really know what they are, but that's fine. And card is dead. Goodbye, card that is dead. Alright, so what I need you to do is I need you to draw, and I need you to summon it. I'm afraid Bastion can't do it. He can't put down his favorite teacher. Oh, that's going to end this. He can't put down his favorite teacher. It's just not in him. And that is the game-winning attack. The drawing of Psychic Sword decides the duel. And that is too much. Or Psychic Blade or whatever. Bastion Misawa is one duel away from getting knocked out and still being a joke duelist. But we'll see. Maybe he's not a joke. Maybe this is just a little bit of a... His first duel, he's going through his emotions. His second duel, he's just like, no, I'm going to lock in. This is the guy I have to beat. He is not a good person. I don't care what he taught me. It's not worth it. Also, he got his field spell. Oh, no, it's going to get destroyed immediately. Harpies exists. Harpies exists. Sorry, Bastion. You don't get to keep the field spell, which makes your monsters much, much stronger. Panda Borg is going to destroy itself because it can get a better monster in the end. And the attack goes through. Monster Born comes out. Cross Sword Beetle goes away. Alright. You've lost everything again, Bastion. I guess the professor truly is better than the student. Just like when Midori defeated Akiza. More psychics. Are you ready? You're not going to summon those. Okay. Ultimate Insect! Oh, God. If he had to summon that, that means his hand is ass. If he had to summon that card, his hand is absolute ass. Think of something. Monster Reborn. Okay, we got a tribute summon maybe, possibly, maybe do the job. No, we're not. We're going to disappoint every single person in the crowd today. Raise your hand if you're disappointed in Bastion, just like you are in every single tournament. I don't even know if Bastion's been top 4 in a single one of my tournaments. Oh, that's all he had. I swear to God, if his opening hand was, I have 3 ultimate insects, I'm just going to cry. Level 3s, obviously. And no flying Kamikiris, no nothing. Garochin. Thank you for helping us end the duel even faster. Time for you to be forgotten once again, Bastion Misawa. Your favorite professor has taken you down. The damage is going to be way too good. Attack goes through. Just embarrassing. He's bullying him with the baby monsters. And I owe the professor some DP. I owe that professor a little DP because he deserves it. The duel points are yours. You won with exact damage. Also, you bullied the opponent. Lawrence didn't need his boss monster. The student Bastion is just that bad. Also, I think he just got bad hands, but whatever. Alright, Bastion, just like in the anime, you've thrown a duel. You've 100% through those duels. The next character we're going to be talking about is Bastion Misawa of the graduating class. Bastion is graduating today. This man has seen all the horrors and all the changes Duel Academy has to offer. His old classmates went pro instead of getting a diploma, but I'm sure this piece of paper matters. It better matter, I swear to God. Bastion Misawa is a person that isn't a very high-ranking student at Duel Academy. He is the best grades in the world with the worst dueling performances based on Master Era series. So hopefully he'll do well today. If he wins, he'll still get the recommendation from Kaiba. But overall, this guy has been a mixed bag. And honestly, a lot of his fellow students from the past that did not re-enter Duel Academy and just said, screw it, I'm just going to go pro and I'm going to work for it, they actually accomplished their goals. Alexis did it, Mindy did it, obviously Blair did it, she did the best out of all of them. But Bastion stayed in school because he believes the diploma will matter. We'll find out if that's reality. Good luck, Bastion Misawa. The final character we will be talking about is a character we have seen once before, a character that has actually stolen identities in the past. This character is one of the most accomplished duelists, off-screen duelists we'll ever know about, and it's finally time for them to show us what they can truly do with their own deck. Everyone say hello to Yu Akaboshi! Yu is an incredible duelist that has stolen identities to qualify for high-tier tournaments. He snuck into a pro tournament before and achieved 3rd place at the age of 10. Now he is a Duel Academy student using his real identity, using his real deck. As normally, he is just a really happy-go-lucky guy, but when things get serious, he kicks it into high gear and you gotta watch out for what this kid has to offer. Bastion Misawa versus new student Yu Akaboshi. Alright. We got some new characters fighting the oldest of old characters. Bastion never really got to show off his win style deck, and he's going to do his best to do it this time. Honestly, Bastion, I believe in you. If anybody can stop these new students from being good, if anybody can prove that the old class was the best class, it's you. Because you've never done anything else, and this would be the first time you impress me. So we'll see what happens. Yep, that's a pretty good start from our buddy Bastion. That is nice and safe. That just gets him a ritual monster, nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. That gets him a ritual spell, something to fear. Something to fear. And here comes the Ritual of Destruction. Yes, this is going to be a problem. Yes, he even got rid of Sonic Bird because he felt it had no use. Yes, he has Gollendorf. I like calling it Ganondorf. And it's going to eat monsters for attack points. Luckily, he does get at least a Cross-Sword Beetle out of the deal. Monster Reborn is super scary. Sonic Bird likes the field spell. And Sonic Bird is coming through. 1900 damage. 2700 damage. Oh, that's crazy. Hello there. That is freaking crazy. Gorochin is not terrible. Can at least get rid of the Sonic Bird, but we'll see what happens. Ganondorf is still a scary, scary card. And there's the ritual spell getting banished. I don't know why it does that. I don't know what it did, but it got banished. Attack goes through. Hello. And we'll see what happens. Gorochin gets summoned, I guess? No, Cross-Sword Beetle. Yeah, we're just going for damage. Cross-Sword Beetle is pretty strong, but obviously the opponent is just overpowering Bastion. And because Bastion lost his card, that means he has nothing. But he didn't draw another monster, so the duel is not over yet. Of course I do. I'll be seeing you on, I believe, August 30th. Now let's see here. What is that card? Nothing. Okay, if he draws a monster, he is going to end the duel. We'll see what happens. Manju is interesting. Ritual of Destruction. I don't think you need 2 ritual monsters, but hey, to each their own. And that is it. The game-winning attack is coming through, and honestly, that is scary. He did get that very quickly. Oh no, I heard you do. So let's go ahead and let's get into game number 2. Right now, Bastion needs to step it up. This man did not get any of his combos, and that's okay. But we'll see what happens. Here we go. Heart of the card comes through. We got ourselves some interesting cards. Magic Cylinder will let him build up if he wants to risk Ultimate Insect. He does not go for it. I would have went for it. Me personally, I would have done it. Manju coming through. Manju, let's see what he gets. Ritual of Destruction. Nothing wrong with that. And he's already got it. Wow. He got his ritual extremely early. This time it's just going to be basic monsters. Nothing to worry about. And that's just going to start popping stuff. 27 is going the wrong way. That kind of sucks. Okay. Look, the deflected damage does not matter. I would have saved Magic Cylinder for Ultimate Insect. It was actually your only... Holy shit, never mind. I take it back. I take it back. If you just top deck Dark Hole, anything's possible. I still would have saved Magic Son of a bitch. Okay, he died either way. None of this mattered. It's a top deck game now. We're playing from top decks. We got Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato goes through for 1400 damage. 1400 damage comes through. For those of you that are curious about Yu Akaboshi, he is from the OCG Elementary manga, the same series that Shoma Yusa comes from. I actually found him from there. And we have ourselves a trap. And we have ourselves a trap. Maybe if he goes for Scary Moth, it wouldn't be enough, but it's something. Okay, Cross Sword Beetle. Are we going to get a little scary in here? I do not know. I hope for the best. We have the Field Spell. That's pretty good. 2300. He's not going to go for the Moth. That is going to hurt. That puts Bastion at the edge of his life points. And for a graduating student, you don't want to be here. You're actually on a losing game. If you lose this, you're out of the tournament. And yes, you'll graduate, but you'll be known as a loser that graduated. You don't want to be that. You got to be better. You got to be better, Bastion. Alright, Bastion refuses to play by our rules. He just wants to help the opponent thin out his deck. And he does do that. This deck does require rituals, though, so I think you're fine. Because this deck requires rituals, it's very slow. All ritual decks are slower in our series, except Yugi, who's a freaking monster that always gets what he needs. Other than unlike Bastion, who literally can't top deck anything to save his life. He keeps getting the worst cards possible. And Manju comes through. And Ganondorf comes through. And that seems like the end. That seems like the end. I don't think things are going to get any better. I think we're going to be in trouble now. Alright, Ganondorf is here. Ganondorf's going to eat everything on the field, giving him enough attack points to end this duel right now. 2800 attack. It works really well with Supply Squad as well. Attack goes through, and Bastion, get out of my tournament! You don't even deserve the minor league with any of your decks, because you're all trash. Every single one of you. Alright, get him out of here. He's like a bad Yugi, because Yugi would change decks and win duels. He changes decks and he's terrible. So everyone, because there are so many new openings into the Pro League, we are going to be focusing on the Minor League today. That's right, today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Era Destiny Duels is going to be a Minor League tournament, and will be the first minor league tournament where the top 3 duelists will be allowed into the Pro League. Much like Ricky oh so long ago when he entered the Pro League and became quite a strong member of it, somebody else or 3 other people will be able to rise from the minors, the top 3 duelists of today's tournament. The next character we're going to be talking about is a character that has failed his fans so many times that I believe they've started to forget about him. But at least he did graduate from Duel Academy. That's right, everyone. I'm talking about Bastion Misawa! Bastion is trying to take the dueling world by storm, now that he has his diploma from Duel Academy. Many people seem to doubt this duelist, but he is using all he learned from the horrors of Duel Academy. And with all that he has learned, he has decided to just test out his decks that he has used. He's like, this deck didn't work, let's try it again. This deck didn't work, let's try it again. So he's going to do it again right now, and we're going to see if it can take him to the Pro League. This man has thrown so many theories at the wall that one of them has to stick. Alright, this guy's got more theories than a FNAF creator, but we'll see how this goes. The next duel is Bastion Misawa versus Terry Quads. Both of these students graduated from Duel Academy, but only one of them can advance in this tournament. Everyone, place your bets while you have the chance. Are you a Bastion Misawa fan, or are you a Terry Quads fan? Either way, we're about to watch. Terry's got some stuff in his hand. He's looking A-okay. UFO Turtle's a hell of a start. Bastion Misawa, you're going to have to deal with backfire one way or the other, so good luck to you. Strike Ninja comes through. Strike Ninja will do its job, but UFO Turtle wanted to die with that backfire. This is all a part of the plan. Solar Flare is very dangerous. That card is going to hurt. We also have a trap card, though, so Baby Bastion has a plan of his own. We have a Synchro Shogun. Alright, everyone, the Synchro Shogun is here. That's a lot of backfires this early. And that monster is going to make him super strong. Magic Cylinder is good. Magic Cylinder will save. No! You wasted your monster just to save some pitiful life points. Oh, no! That Synchro was good. I know you saved some life points, but dear God. Unless Bastion summons a really strong card right now, I say it's a bad play. Actually, I mean, you could have just done the... Well, I guess you did. You know what? You saved life points. Good. It was a good play, but how did you know to do that? Unless you're cheating. Unless you're an AI that's cheating, how did you know to time that? I call shenanigans. Manju. Okay, Manju is here. Manju gets Litmus Doomed Ritual, but he still has to get it. He got it! Everyone say hello to the boss monster! Litmus Doomed Swordsman! And because there are face-up traps on the field, he has 3,000 attack! And those cards are going back in the deck. He draws a card. The damage is so freaking good, but the burn's gonna hurt. Yes, the UFO Turtle into burn is going to hurt, and the more UFO Turtles he gets, the harder this is going to be. Or he can just go for a Solar Flare Dragon if he wants. The backfires are betraying Terry, but at the same time, they're the only way he can win this duel. So he's going to need them, unless he draws a second Solar Flare, or third Solar Flare Dragon right now. That's not terrible either, though. Alright, there is some value in that card. Manju gets defeated. Because of this, he gets to special summon Gorilla Kite. Because of that, he gets to synchro summon. I think he chose the wrong target in my opinion. But he got his boss monster! The Crimson Blader! And does 500 burn. That is boss versus boss, but only one is getting buffed by the field spell. The damage is looking good, and I'm losing my voice. I'm going to get it back real soon, though. Just let me clear that. Ah! Help me, God! Oh, wait! Litmus Doomed Swordsman got buffed! Wait, why didn't you attack? A triple backfire before turn 10? I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans that happened twice. Triple backfire before turn 10. Bastion, why'd you misplay so hard? You had everything you needed. You literally had everything you needed. Now you can't win the duel. You just committed seppuku. Okay, Strike Ninja won't die, fair enough, but what about your face down? You lost. Bastion had everything he needed, and he gave up. The winner is Terry Quads in game number 1. And you ask why we forget this man. Come on. Come on. Let's get into game 2 and see what happens. That was just embarrassing. Let's get some water in me. Alright. Looking at what we're cooking with here. We got dog, we got dragon, we got field spell. All good stuff. What is the Misawa man cooking with? He's got ninjas. Ninjas are good. He's got that card, which is very good if he can keep it alive, which he cannot. We all know this. In fact, it's going to get very dangerous because of that freaking dog. The dog is here. The dog goes in. The dog does its damage. After doing its damage, it gets out a gorilla kite. It does its damage. And then they could synchro. Yep, boss monster this early. That was an insanely early boss monster, and that is scary. They also can go for Spirit of the Flames if they feel like it, and they did. Okay, well, Bastion, you do not have any time. You gotta do something. 2 Strike Ninjas do not make a victory. In fact, they help you in no way possible. Monster Reborn, stealing the dog is not the worst play I've ever seen, so that's something at least. Destroying Spirit of the Flames is a good idea. You might as well do that while you have the chance. No spells, no traps, no ritual. Very bad signs. Bad signs for Bastion Misawa. This is his first tournament outside of the... Well, first tournament as an adult outside of the school. And it's not going well. In fact, he got unlucky and had to meet another student from the school that bullied him. Alright. Hopefully something will go well. He got a trap. That trap could help. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help, Misawa. I honestly, you should... Oh my god, you didn't even use your arm again. Oh man. Oh man, you should just go away. Yeah, let's just put him down. Alright, the winner is Terry Quads. We're going to get rid of Bastion. Bastion did not use his cards properly. Mistiming everything. Summoning on main phase 2 when he had what he needed. Get him out of here. Terry Quads deserves to move forward. The next character we are going to be talking about is a character you could easily forget about, and his name is Bastion Misawa. Bastion has been trying to expand on the general duel theory, a theory that states that duel monsters are more than meets the eye. He has hit a brick wall and needs more funding to move his research forward. He is a little rusty since graduation though, and believes that getting this money is going to be a bit difficult. Honestly, Bastion Misawa does have a deck that has a viable strategy, but because it relies on a ritual monster, it can fall apart. And sadly, the Water Dragon deck doesn't work so well because he won't use the new spell trap support, which sucks. Either way, we're going to see what Bastion Misawa can do today, and hopefully he'll win. Good luck to you, man. Get yourself, but make sure people remember your name. So, who's up next? Our next competitors will be Bastion Goddamn Misawa versus Vectrix, the undefeated character. In the Master Era, Vectrix won the tournament he was introduced in and has never been seen again. Let's see if Bastion Misawa, who we have not seen in a long time, if he could make a comeback and maybe stop this undefeated character. It's time to get into it, folks. Bastion versus Vectrix. Bastion Misawa is ready. Vectrix is ready. Looking at the screen, what do we got? Alright, looks like we got ourselves a bunch of heraldry cards, and one of those cards is this. And we're just going to set with that. That is A-OK. I'm surprised. Maybe because it's the first turn he didn't want to exceed summon. Alright, we got Strike Ninja. Strike Ninja is going to attack a random monster. That monster pops you. Oh shit, that's a good effect. That's actually just bullying. Okay, well, Strike Ninja will return to the field, and that's Triple Trap! Holy shit, he's got Triple Trap on you. And one of those is luck-based, but it could be very good. Reborn the monster. Exceed the monster. That is true. We have ourselves the Genome Heritage. And we got Summon Limit. Wait. What the hell? What the hell? Did you just hold down your opponent's ability to summon on you? Okay. Not bad. Bastion actually has an idea here, but he still has to defeat his opponent. Even if he has an idea, he has to defeat his opponent. He's not rolling good dice. He's not doing good jobs, but he'll figure something out. Okay, attack goes through. That monster didn't stand a chance. That monster does stand a chance. That monster does stand a chance. That is correct. Because Bastion did not get his boss monster, he doesn't stand a chance. If he had his boss monster, he actually would be quite alright right now. The boss monster would give him a nice advantage. Speak of the devil. Hold up. There's no way he could summon it. I was going to say, he doesn't have enough cards to summon it. He'd have to draw another one. And this is your special summon, folks. Here we go. Another Genome Heritage. And these two monsters easily will end the duel. Unless he has one last trap. He does not. Alright, so Bastion has an idea. But without his boss monster, the idea is useless. Either way, good try, Bastion. Let's get you into game 2 and see what happens. Okay. In game number 2, we have ourselves a lot. Rhoda. Rhoda gets him a Strike Ninja. That always helps in the long run. We're just going to set it. This hand is insanely strong. There's like 3 limited to 1 spells in his hand. I don't think that card works. That card does work. Okay. Raigeki, a little over-aggressive, but sure. Oh, Exarion Universe would have been nice. That sucks to lose that card, Bastion. Alright, Bastion does get a pot of greed. That is super strong in this part of the duel. That's a waste of Raigeki. Dear God, is that a waste. Premature Burial, we got double Exarion Universe. Both characters have basically, well, at least you needed your Raigeki Vetrix. He wasted his Raigeki. That is just terrible. That is just terrible. And now it's time to Exceed Summon. Here we go. There's no traps anyway. There's nothing to fear. The Exceed Summon will come through, and they're going to create, I guess it's Genome. It's always Genome. They love this guy. Genome Heritage goes in, and you are dead, Exarion. So, I don't know what you're going to do, Bastion, but you got to figure something out. You're in a lot of trouble right now. Okay, unless you have a flip effect, I don't know. Okay, we got one more monster on the field. I don't know if you're going to beat his defenses. Yeah, you'll beat the... Oh, you can't even beat Strike Ninja. That is sad. Rhoda comes through. Strike Ninja returns. Okay, so he's going to have a Strike Ninja there, but he's also going to need some form of special summon. Leo's going to give him trouble. That's going to give him trouble. Yep, that's it. I'm calling it. Yo, especially if you're doing that. Especially if you're doing that. Yep. That's 3,200 direct damage. Next turn, Bastion has to either... Bastion needs a miracle, basically. I don't think he's coming back from this one. He needs a miracle. You got 2 Genome Heritages staring you down, and all you got is a Strike Ninja. Shit, nothing. He got nothing. No ritual support. He runs a ton of ritual support, and he got nothing. Last duel, he only drew 1 Manju. This duel, he drew 3 Strike Ninja. Oh, actually, he searched them, but still. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He's barely alive as is. Monster Reborn. Okay, you got a power cell. Everyone loves a good power cell. There you are, Manju. A little late to the party, if you ask me. I don't even think this matters anymore. You did get it, but this is the duel where you didn't get your freaking... Okay, so he got his boss. I'll give him credit. He got his boss. But this is the duel where you didn't get your trap cards. Last duel, you had 3. This duel, you got nothing. Oh, well, hold up. Well, hold the fucking phone. You know what? He has his trap card. Wait, hold up. No, this is doable. Nah, this is winnable. Bastion Misawa drew that one trap card. And not only that, if he rolls a 3, he can even destroy an extra monster while doing this. Roll those dice, and it's a 1. That means nothing. If you roll a 6, they should have changed it so it destroys the new zone, the new summoning zone. The link zones, or whatever those are. There we go. He's got another trap card. That could be really helpful to him. Okay, he's thinking. He's got to figure a way to defeat this monster. Here comes the summons. It's going to be really good. He could go for an Exceed summon if he wants, though it won't be much. Bastion is trying to answer. Bastion does not have an answer. Alright, let's see what he gets. Another Genome Heritage. Again, it's not going to hold him back. And Summon Limit is here. You are no longer allowed to special summon. Okay. Here we go. We're going to roll those dice. 3 or a 4. That's a 2. No, you need a 3 or a 4. Litmus will start. You should destroy the extra monster zone that you can't target, dude. At least Needle Wall might have hit that card. You dumb idiot. Alright, with Summon Limit on the field, the opponent is going to struggle to special summon the monsters they need. Yeah, exactly. They can't even do it. You can only special summon twice, I think. Or you only get 2 in general. There it is. There's the 3. You lost your face down. I will say, now that Bastion in the early duel was just dying, he lost so many monsters that he no longer is drawing any monsters he can actually use to win the duel. He's only just hiding behind the Doom Swordsman. Okay, this Pegasus gives him a chance, I hope. That's 1 special summon. That's 2 special summons. He can't special summon again. That was 2 special summons. Needle Wall, 3 or a 4. Nope, 5 will not do the job. Oh, are those the monsters that actually can pop? Oh, shit. Well, because Bastion somehow did not draw another monster. I know he lost a lot in the early game that shouldn't matter this much. Oh, we got Patriarch. Alright, Patriarch is here. And we're going to throw away a card, even though I don't think you could special summon again due to the summon limit. And you attack. It costs you almost all of your life points, but it gets rid of the only problem you had. And the winner is still Vectrix, because Bastion couldn't draw a second monster to save his life. Bastion fought back, but could not finish. No wonder Tanya left. Bastion Misawa, just as disappointing and forgettable as ever. Today's episode will be known as the Academy Alumni Tournament. This is happening today because Seto Kaiba has noticed that his fellow students, his students that Mokuba is in school with, are having a lot of trouble. A lot of the kids are going through things that is making the dueling world not seem as fun for them. Also, with the loss of the Pro League and the Underground League, the kids don't know where they're going in life, and they don't know if dueling is actually worth it anymore. So, he has decided, Seto Kaiba has said, today I am going to pump up the kids at the school. I am going to pay a lot of former Duel Academy students to go back to Duel Academy and duel his kids in a major tournament. The kids that will be participating today are the kids that still have some energy left, that still have some drive to want to be the best. And hopefully they will, because Soul Technologies is working on bringing back at least the Pro League. The next character we are going to be talking about is a graduate from Duel Academy. Everyone say hello to Bastion Misawa. Bastion has been studying duel theory since graduating Duel Academy. His dueling skills, ironically, have not gotten better. Bastion came today for the money and to inspire kids to study duel theory just like him. He hopes that if he can beat a few kids, some of them will follow him along his path of trying to be an academic, but we'll see if he can pull that off. Honestly, a lot of the kids here aren't very interested in duel theory. They are mostly focused on dueling, and most of them now are not even focused on dueling anymore. They are focused on, oh my god, what happened to my parents? Oh my god, what happened to this? Oh my god, who was that man that beat me up, basically? They got their own problems to think about. Right now, Bastion, try to bring the love of dueling back into their hearts. Good luck to you. The next character we are going to be talking about is America! America got a job as an investment broker not long after leaving Duel Academy. He hates his job, hates his customers, and makes everyone who duels him hate life. God bless America! America is an interesting duelist who did attend the original Duel Academy back when it was under the control of Yami Pegasus. A dangerous place to be, I know, we all know. America never technically graduated from that Duel Academy, but when he left, he got a really, let's call it, scummy job. And in this scummy job, he has scummy co-workers that he duels. And in order to defeat these people, he has honestly created the most evil deck known to man. So we're going to see what America can do. His deck is slightly changed from when he actually attended Duel Academy because he already had a pretty evil deck when he came to attending Duel Academy. He is known as the Deck Out King. But we'll see if he's able to deck out anybody today. Good luck to America. Alright, let's go ahead and let's see who's up next. The next duelists in our tournament are... Wow, come on. The next duelist, I'll just say it out loud. America versus Bastion Misawa. America will be taking on Bastion. Both of these characters went to school at the same time. America saw himself as the better Raw Yellows student back when, you know, those kind of ranks mattered. But we'll see how it goes. He already has his ritual. He could summon it on the first turn. Granted, it would not make much of a difference if he did. So even though he has his ritual, he didn't draw any of his trap cards. Oh, doesn't matter. He lost his ritual. Alright, lost his ritual immediately. But he might have the right card, so it doesn't matter. It's Science versus Deca. I'll get their faces right now, don't worry. Alright, Master Misawa, America, they're all good to go. Ritual spell has an effect. They put themselves back in the deck, draw a card. Gen X Power Cell is good, and that's a new one. And 1900 damage. Okay. Well, we'll leave it be. America has another set. He has the ritual, but like, oh, it works. He has the ritual and it works. It's super valuable now. The valuable ritual is here. Bastion is going to make a name for himself by beating up people and children. Litmus Swordsman's at 4,000. Oh, shit. All of that for nothing. All of that for nothing. You got an Armageddon Knight, and you didn't even put it in attack mode. All of that work for nothing. This is why he's one of the most hated people at his company. This is why. Everyone at America's company hates him. Every single person. Did he just steal Gift of Greed? Why? Alright, well, there we go. Yeah, wait. Steals Gift of Greed? That's the last thing you want to do for your opponent. Morphing Jar immediately. Morphing Jar 2 immediately. Big Shield. Pot of Greed's gone. Defender. Glow Moss is back. Another Morphing Jar! Yay! Oh no, Premature Burial's gone. Pot of Avarice, he refilled his deck. And most of it was jars. Big Shield in attack mode. This has to be bait. Because America doesn't care about life points. So this has to be bait. Rhoda comes through. Strike Ninja could survive some of this. Pot of Greed. Let's see it. Monju's Flip Summon gives him a ritual, but he needs a continuous trap. Oh, he does have one. It'll just take time to get it on the field. Book of Eclipse! Get down there! Stay down there! Whether you like it or not, you stay there. Alright, get back in the deck. At least he can refill his deck. Summon there. The Gift of Greed. That's a Raigeki. The Gift of Greed. Okay. 3 more. Oh, he's down to 9 cards. Okay, luckily he could use his ritual strategy to try and not run out of cards. But he's down to 9 cards. Morphing Jar. He might not have time. Hand Destruction. They hate America. They hate him with a passion. Summon limit doesn't matter. Oh my god, he's just being the cruelest man ever. That's game. Glow Moss for game. He's been dusted. America takes down Bastion in game number 1. The most devilish duelist. The investment broker himself is going to game 2 to continue his deck out needs. Bastion's duel theory did not figure in deck out. All right, let's do it again. Ojama Pink. Hand Destruction Part 2. It just began. It's not even your turn. Let's just do it. Ojama Pink, let's all draw and throw. You lost a zone. I don't know if it's permanent, but you lost a monster zone. You say he probably could have beat Presetto. He was too busy. America was too busy losing people money in the stock market. Monster Reborn comes through. We got 2 Exarion Universes. That's 3,600 damage. Who was beating America? Apparently Bastion. He's got a great play here. America lost Morphing Jar to a Raigeki. That's huge. Well, wait. This man's got 1 day, though. He's got 1 day of peace between these characters. The turtle says no. Alright, who else do we got? We have a trap. It could be the gift of greed. He already got Raigeki, so he's not afraid to get greedy. Unless you have a continuous trap, this card doesn't matter. Why didn't you go for the monster? Why didn't your AI brain go for the monster? I mean, granted, it wouldn't matter because you don't have a continuous trap to get the damage in, but still. You should have the monster for safety for later. Why wasn't America at the Manhattan invasion? He's not from America. His parents just called him America. Book of Eclipse. So as long as he flips the monsters, he won't draw, so he's fine. That is a trap, then why isn't he using it? Why? Oh, fun! Just go for 3 rituals instead of the monster, you freaking idiot. Why? We don't need monsters, we need ritual spells. Of course. Of course this is what we need. Okay, well, he happened to draw the ritual anyway, so it doesn't matter. 3 pops! He got rid of the turtle. He's not going to ritual summon. I guess it was right not to, because no matter what, this would have worked. The only thing the Litmus Swordsman is immune to is traps and battle. America has nothing to do with battle, but he does have traps. And another draw due to the Book of Eclipse. America needs to top deck a decent card, though. America gets a monster, but we don't know if it matters. Exarion Universe could also do piercing. Bastion, would you like to ritual summon now? Oh, you got a pop. Hero Shadow Scout is gone. The turtle says no. You only get one of those a duel, though, so he's out of it. You like Cosmo? I can tell. Look at your name. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Morphin Jar 2! America says no. America says you will not be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In his house. There is no Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. Summon limit. A little adorable you played that after the fact, but sure. Need a wall. Can you get a 3? Ah, if it was a 3, that would have been God tier. Manju! Oh, now you'll go for the monster. About damn time. You filled up your back row, though. All right, Cyber Jar. Wait, how does that work with summon limit? Like, I'm actually asking. It doesn't... It can't summon it. It has to go to the hand? That's how that interaction works? I never knew that. I never knew that in my life. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A long time. I didn't know that's how that worked. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Cosmo. I have no clue. You force everything to the hand, forcing a huge discard. Defender in attack mode is hilarious. Okay, wait, he might have killed himself. Defender's in attack mode. He lost. He lost, everybody. Bastion can win the duel. Exarion, you have to go win. Nothing can stop you. The swordsman, sure. The swordsman beats traps. It's even better. Oh my god, it's even better. The swordsman goes in. Harpy says no to your bullshit. Unwilling to gift a greet or present card. He should have done it, but the AI doesn't know. Bastion will take the game. America be damned. America loses to Bastion. We're going to game 3. All right, both duelists can take the game. Thank God. And he did it with his ritual, which is nice. And I got to see an interaction I've never seen before. What happens if you've already forced out the limit on summon limit and then Cyber Jar activates? It goes to your hand. Cool. He has summon limit again, so he can make what's his name? Litmus Doom Swordsman do good. Pot agreed, early start, but this can get him more of his flip effects. Oh, he's got 2 traps already. Harpies on the first turn. That's brutal. Book of Eclipse immediately. Granted, it will have no value. This Book of Eclipse will actually do nothing. Not willing. He was willing to gift a greed before, but he's not willing to do it this early. That is a weakness of America's AI and deck. He is not willing to gift a greed. He'll only do it in the late game. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 1 day of peace. America only asks for 1 day. Bastion, you could just go for your... Oh, no. Strike Ninja, though? Yep, Strike Ninja's good. I was going to say, you could just summon Manju and get your ritual card, but no. We have ourselves another set. Another Manju. Okay, that's 3, but he's gotten a lot more. It's hard to call it in these games when there's a lot of draw power involved. The turtle says no. All 5 of your monsters be damned. Morphing Jar number 2 is just full. If this man hits spell cards, that is. Okay, you got a Hero Shadow Scout. That's 1 spell gone. That's 1 extra card gone. Okay, you get to keep that. That's 2 cards gone. 3 cards gone. You lost 3 cards in this deal. Okay, you lose 2 more. Fair enough. Summon limit says stop it. The summon limit does say stop it. The swordsman has risen. Okay, he's done playing around. Doom Swordsman has been summoned. A 3,000 attacker. Manju can search for another one. Or, yeah, the Ritual Spell. Ritual Spell and the monster go back in the deck to prevent the mill. Hero Shadow Scout, okay, as long as it doesn't have any spell cards. Oh, well, that's one gone. You get to keep that. You lost 2 spell. Wow, 2 out of 3. That's wild. Ojama Pink not leaving. Okay, he's got to keep refilling his deck. However, the Doom Swordsman's still strong. Hand Destruction. All right, we're doing that. Oh, we got rid of Morphing Jar. Crazy by the AI. Crazy play. The Swordsman is waiting. It is immune to traps. It is immune to dying by battle, but it is still affected by monster effects and spell cards. He refills his deck. We got a Rhoda, so now his deck is back to where it was. He's even stronger than before. Book of Eclipse says no. And now you are going to draw at least 1 card. Oh boy, that's a lot of cards. Oh my god. America's doing it. America can't be stopped. We have another set. Okay, there's still hope. Raigeki is your only hope. You need to be willing to use it. Play Raigeki. You have it in your hands. Play the fucking Raigeki, you idiot. Oh my... No! You lost the Raigeki. You still win? Does he still win? Is it okay? The damage is good. The damage is good. Turtle only works once a duel. That's it. The winner is Bastion. Thank God he saved us from America. That duelist is insane. Oh, that was scary. That was so scary. The ritual monster is what saved him. Thank God. America, go back to your investment broker job. You are horrifying. You are a horrifying duelist and people don't need to look at you. Psychic Tendo is ready to go. Bastion Misawa is ready to go. Let's see how these characters do. Bastion, I'm honestly surprised you made it here. I'm very happy for you, but I'm surprised you made it here. Psychic Tendo, I really don't remember how you are going to do. Some duels you pop off and you're a monster. Other duels you kind of just go like, I play Battery Man and die. But if you like Battery Men, then go for Psychic Tendo. If you don't like Battery Men, then that's fine. I mean, they're like one of the only old school Thunder monsters, but sure, you can hate them. It's like them and Thunder Dragons. Maybe a Silo Heroes too. Alright, you say Battery Man is too weak? They have a level 4 monster with 2,000 attack. Shit, it pops itself. Still, it had 2,000 attack. It's like a Karate Man. Even though 7 Trials to Glory is on the collection, I most likely will not play it because I'm already doing the Let's Play of it right now. Yes. The only reason I would replay 7 Trials to Glory again right after doing it is if there was online mode or something where I could play with fans. That would be the only reason. I wouldn't even do a Let's Play. I'd just play with fans. Let's see. Oh, 100%. 100%. When the day you start seeing Sly Cooper on my channel, which I'm already recording, by the way, you're going to see everything there is to know about Sly Cooper. It's my favorite game series. We're going in. Alright, we're going in. Oh, he got the good Battery Man card. I was waiting for this. Okay, with this, he got Industrial Strength. That's it. He got his boss. That is freaking it. Oh, baby. 2,700 damage. That is beautiful. He's got all the best Battery Man card a person can want. And he didn't summon Manju! Your boss monster was your only hope! You had a trap card summon your boss! No! I'm very happy to hear that. Oh, you could still get popped by Monster Effect. It wouldn't matter. He could still get popped by Monster Effect. His monster is not immune to that. It's immune to traps and it's immune to battle. Game 1 goes to the Battery Men. I don't want to ever hear Battery Men are weak. Did you see that? Bastion took on America and won, but he lost to freaking Tendos and his batteries. The batteries were too strong. When Bastion used that deck, he lost. That's correct. Bastion was the first Battery Man user in our series of Master Era. But that's because Bastion sucks. Psychic Tendo does not suck. He's an average duelist. Above average if he keeps playing like that from last game. Rhoda comes through. He needs a continuous trap. Alright, Zarion goes for the piercing. And fails. You should have just went for battle. Harpy's Feather Duster, nice. You got rid of the ritual spell. Oh my god, Harpy Geki. Where are my Geki Becky fans, or whatever you guys call it? Becky Geki? I don't know. You guys are funny. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and do it. We got ourselves 2,000 attack. We have ourselves a solar card now. We got Dream Clown in chat. And we got 3,500 direct damage. Bastion's in so much trouble. Do you think Reshuffle will be modified? No, these guys, I don't want to sound depressing when I say this. I highly doubt Konami put any effort into the early days collection. I'm not trying to sound, I'm sorry that I'm sounding negative. I bet you they're just porting the games at best. And we might, I don't even know if we're going to get online. Like, I know they said they might have online for like one of the games. I don't even know if we're going to get online for all the games, even though they all have multiplayer. So I don't want to be negative. I'm sorry. I just don't trust Konami anymore. I really don't. If you were growing up in, back in the 90s or whatever, back in the NES era, before in the 80s, you definitely go with Konami. Nowadays, no. No, thank you. All right, there we go. Konami is the new LJN. We got ourselves a victory. Psychic Tendo's too damn strong. He's going to top 8. Today's episode will be known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Era Blue Vision. The Blue Vision VR technology sold by Kaiba Corp is officially on sale. Today is day 1 of that sale, and because of it, there is going to be a major tournament on the first day inside the VR game. So, for everybody that purchased their Blue Vision device and is already home and waiting to use it, they are going to be entered into a fun tournament where we're going to see a lot of people with updated cards because the VR League has cards that we do not see in the real world. Obviously, VR is still kind of controversial, but so many people want to try it after watching the online beta tournament. So, without further ado, I say let's get into our character roundup. Let's see which characters have purchased the Blue Vision, and let's see which characters are going to win today's tournament. Which one will be the strongest? Which one is the best VR duelist? I'm excited to say that this tournament is going to have the new cards everyone enjoyed seeing, even though the AI is kind of bad at using them. So, let's do this. The first character we will be seeing in our tournament is Bastion Misawa. Bastion Misawa was an eager buyer for the new Blue Vision. Since he got in on release, he gets to participate at the online Day 1 tournament. He quickly built a new deck using all kinds of cards only found in VR. He has a strong mind for deck building, but his new deck seems to be a drastic change from his real-life decks. Bastion Misawa was once a Duel Academy student, and honestly, even though he did eventually get his degree, he was never that great of a duelist. Today, he is going to try and change all of that using the VR cards that he has obtained. Let's see what kind of deck Bastion Misawa has built from scratch and what he can do with it. The next character we are going to be talking about seems to have hacked the Kaiba Corp system, because they are using an avatar that is not yet released, but was in the old VR League way back when Kaiba controlled the Virtual League. Everyone say hello to Real Girl 69. Anybody who was online during the old Virtual League days knows this user. A duelist that custom built their own design in VR. Yeah, their own avatar is sitting right there, baffling Kaiba Corp and their investors. Everyone watching the tournament at home is super excited to see her duel again. She seems to not have changed since her Virtual League days, which does mean her deck is not any better than it used to be, but back then she was near the top 10 pros. So, let's see what Real Girl 69 can do today in this tournament. We are in the last 5 top 16. It is time for Bastion Misawa and his new deck to take on Real Girl 69, a character from episode 27. Oh boy. This is it. Who here wants Real Girl 69 to advance? And then who here wants the guy we all forget about to advance because at least he has a new deck today? Whether or not he'll use that deck effectively is all up to him. But we'll see. Real Girl 69 versus good old-fashioned Bastion Misawa. Alright, let's see here. You call an Aqua weak? She might be dumb, but there's no way she's weak. Real Girl 69, it now exists. Bastion Misawa. It's been a while since we've seen this guy around. He now exists. Okay, Bastion Misawa starts the duel. Let's see how his opponent starts the duel. With Dark Magic Veil to summon a powerful... It's Dark Magician on the first card. Okay. Ring of Destruction says no. He probably should have played both. He probably should have played both Ring of Destructions because now he's going to lose his Goka. That is brutal. And Rapid Fire would have been nice if you had played that before every other card, but hey, you're an AI. Okay, Heart of the Cards. You're going to need a new monster card, Bastion. Something good. You know what? Get Rageki first, and then let's use Thievery. I think Thievery would be in your best interest. If you can't beat him, steal him. Now that we're using Thievery, he has full advantage. 2,500 damage goes through. And we have ourselves a set. Okay. Dark Magician is on the wrong side of the field. Real Girl 69 is in trouble. Premature Burial is too late. He already got it on the other side. Yep. Bastion's Thievery was in time before she could revive it again. Foxfire! Sorry. That was in my brain. I couldn't get out. Alright, we got ourselves a set. And what do we got? Old Vindictive. Talk about an old strategy. Shadow Priestess. I can't believe that attack. You should have died there. You are so lucky that attack worked. Holy crap, are you lucky? Yes, Bernard, you got it right. Holy crap, you got to do something. Bastion, no, you can't afford it. You can't afford to ring or destruct. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. Oh, yeah, he could use it on Foxfire, but his AI brain will never figure that out. Never in a million years. His AI brain would never figure that out. It's over. That's for game. Unless you chain right now, it's over. The winner is Real Girl 69 yet again. Can't be done. All right. I'm from the old school. Ring is very different back in the day. All right, let's go ahead and get into game 2. Bastion Misawa didn't get to show off much of his deck yet because he mostly got to use her cards. There we go. That's a little bit more of what he's cooking. Start with UFO Turtle unless you're going to have to do something else. Fencing Fire Ferret is very weird to play face down when all your opponent has is a germ. The fuck is that thing? I apologize for my language, I'm just surprised. And it's back, whatever the hell it is. Okay then. Enjoy your time here. UFO Turtle is good. Backfire is here. Apprentice does not have an effect. Why are you summoning that in attack mode? Why are you like this? Who programmed you? Also, why is Bastion playing so passively when he has the attack advantage? Can he see face down cards? Is he cheating? All right. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. He has a monster immune to freaking traps. Mr. Shien goes in and Bastion outthought his opponent. All right, Bastion Misawa picking that card from UFO Turtle was a really good play. Apparently, he did see the face down. He 100% cheated. Double backfire. Here we go. Old Vindictive can kill it. Foxfire in attack mode is super funny when you could have just used Goka, but you know what? Who am I to judge? Who am I to freaking judge? That Foxfire with double backfire is an infinite strategy. Trust me, the Master isn't really my world. When I don't get to choose who wins, it's not my world. Fucking Joey. So many tournaments, so many chances. You got one, and I was proud of you. So many pro chances, and you just throw them all away. Hey, we got the boss monster. All right, and he could use it for backfire. It was a good combo. His boss monster is here. This card is known as the Bonfire Colossus. Don't ask me anything else about it. I don't know about it. I think that's all it does. And it's dead, which will almost win him the duel. It dying almost wins him the duel. Rapid fire, not enough to end the duel. All he has to do is destroy one fire monster and he wins. Chaz is not even on my list anymore. Like, he's just whatever. He's better than Jack, but even that's not saying much. Oh, that was a popping effect. That's 1,000 burn. He won. He uses his effects actually properly. He combos off of the backfire using his Bonfire Colossus and his Goka, and by doing so, he wins. Bastion Misawa takes the game. Real Girl 69 is in trouble. She didn't struggle too much with Cyrus, but, well, actually, no, they were pretty close duels, but she didn't lose to Cyrus, I don't think. But she's struggling with Bastion. Bastion Misawa has given her a fight. Raigeki, Rhoda, Monster Born, and Ring of Destruction, and UFO Turtle. This is a very strong start. Cyrus let her win. You're probably right about that. You're probably right. Rhoda comes through. Rhoda gets Blue Flame Swordsman. Raigeki comes through. Apprentice Magician is gone. Blue Flame Swordsman is here. Magic Cylinder does its job. Only one Ring of Destruction. Oh, I didn't see Dark Magician this time, so you should be fine. Geki's kind of a shame. Shadow Priestess is dead. We don't even want to see what she can do. 1,700 burn. You know what? Maybe we do. Maybe Monster Reborn the Priestess. Maybe just go all in. UFO Turtle with a Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn brings back Blue Flame Swordsman. Nope, we're going to do this instead. This is going to be 3,200 damage. Very brutal. And with this, we have our first Link summon from an old school character in a while. Of course, it would just be a Chimera, so it's almost like it was a waste. But with Ring of Destruction, maybe it'll be fine. It'll definitely buff up the dog. There is nothing to destruct. So unless they float and you decide to destruct instinctively, then there won't be a reason. The Doggo is here. Doggo beats Apprentice. It is a floater, but it's a face-down floater. Apprentice, Magician, and Doggo both have effects. The Apprentice gets out the Old Vindictive. The Doggo gets out the Foxfire. We're gonna link it again. Foxfire. This was a terrible play. Oh, no, it wasn't. The fuck is that? What is that? Why does he get an animation? I thought he was just summoning another Doolittle or whatever. Okay. 60. It's a Link card, so of course it's an anime. Yeah, what the heck is that? We all expected Doolittle Chimera again. I was expecting it 100%. Old Vindictive has to choose a target, which means it's over. Bastion Misawa is knocking out Real Girl 69. One day we'll find out who that really is. All right, let's go ahead and move on to top 8 of our tournament. Bastion Misawa did do something at least. The next duel will be My Valentine versus Bastion Misawa. Now, I have a very important question to ask. If Bastion were to win this duel, would it be his first time in top 4? Since there are some people that are actually paying attention to the older tournaments. Would it be his first time? Because if the answer is yes, given how many tournaments I actually put him in, that would be very sad. That would be incredibly depressing. Alright, we got Perfumer, which gets Harpy's Hunting Ground, which is a useless card if you play it now and then use Elegant Egotist. You love throwing away your cards, don't you? You have a good defense monster, which could have been better if you didn't play your field spell first. Now we're going to set. UFO Turtle is here, but we're going to use it with this card, so we get the Bonfire. Bonfire can beat the Sisters, but Magic Cylinder was there. Damn. Or Malice. Yeah, it's not Bonfire, it's Malice, right? What is your name? Pyre? Are you Goku Pyre or something? Goku the Pyre of Malice. Yeah, that's what you are. I know what you are. You probably should have saved that Ring of Destruction, because turns out she doesn't need tuners to Synchro Summon. Yeah, should have saved that Ring of Destruction. He just didn't know. And that's going to hurt. Now, his boss monster does reach up to 2600 attack, but summoning it isn't exactly easy, and his deck kind of relies on his back row, which I see none of. If he doesn't have back row, his deck does not do that much work. We're going to use this card. Using this, I think that means no spells or traps can be activated or whatever, and you're only using it for the bouncing effect anyway. Attack goes through. Attack goes through. GG. Game number 1 goes to My Valentine. I don't know what Bastion was thinking. You can't beat the #1 duelist in the world. I know she's not anymore, but she was the #1 duelist in the world at one point. There's not a damn thing you can do against her, even with your new deck, unless you get your back row. If you get your back row, you're going to be fine. Of course, you might just pop it with her field spell, but hey, that's a problem for later. Pot of Greed comes through. Maybe he'll actually have a good start this time. He does the exact same start. Okay, it's a little different so far. She's going to use Harpy Queen to get the field spell and destroy everything. That is my guess. Backfire is typically how he wins duels. Not going to be that way against this opponent. His weakness is definitely spell trap destruction. And there goes his win condition. And there goes his stalling monster. And thanks to Harpy Lady 1, she can beat him. And there goes her field spell. But she'll still be able to beat him by 50. She'll still be able to beat him by 50. Synchro Summon again. Through the power of Synchro, what will we obtain? Of course, Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. So, you have your Cyber Slash, you got your field spell back, and you have Harpy Lady Sisters. Is there anything else you want before Bastion just loses? Jesus Christ, Bastion. I am so sad for you. Field spell come on through. Well, I guess you shouldn't play it yet, but... yeah, play it after you summon your Harpy Lady 1, please. You already have game, but just be careful. There you go. That's how you use the field spell. And that's a GG, baby. My Valentine. Not even top 16 in the current Pro League, but she's still a monstrous duelist. And she is going to knock you out. Bastion Misawa is gone. All of the 4 strongest characters have been decided. I don't even know if there's an underdog anymore.